moves at all, it is what it is.
I'll just...
All right. We are live for New York Knicks, Los Angeles Lakers. It's been a long time coming. Your boy Mikey Hot Takes is back. Saturday night, Knicks Lakers. Knicks on a 9-game win streak. And yes, I have a Laker fan joining me, my buddy Stevie McCreary. If you don't know him, you will know him. But he's been in the chat since day one. We had to get him on the show for his Lakers while they come to the Garden. LeBron, AD, the whole boys are here. Steve, how are we feeling on this Saturday night?
Yo, feeling good. Coming off a big win last a few nights ago against the Celtics. Knicks coming off their biggest win of the season, I feel like, against the Pacers. What more could you ask for Saturday night? New York City, we live.
We live. We're direct. We got plenty of things to discuss. We got plenty of topics to get into for the night. But what set you up for the game? For the Knicks, OG Anunoby, again, out with elbow inflammation. Again, Julius Randle, we know, is out for several weeks with the shoulder injury. And Quentin Grimes is out indefinitely, it looks like. Now, maybe not indefinitely, but for a little bit with the knee hyperextension. For the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt, we just heard, could be out for a long time. We'll see what the diagnosis is in a few weeks. But foot injury, not usually good, especially for elite defenders like him. It's going to be hard to see. If the Lakers can make a run, I'm sure he'll come back. If they're kind of middle of the road, we'll see if they push him back. What do you think about the Vanderbilt injury, which is kind of like the newest news?
It's tough because he started out the season not playing that great, not shooting the ball that well. In the past few weeks, he's been not only contributing on the defensive end, but also shooting lights out, especially from three-point, which has been especially clutch for us. So I feel like losing Vanderbilt for an extended period of time is not good for the Lakers. So not good news, but hopefully it's only a few weeks for us, honestly.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the diagnosis is. I'm not going to go crazy about them because they got a lot of work to do anyway. Yeah, obviously you'd like to have Vanderbilt there for the work, but this is a Knicks channel. We're going to start with the Knicks. The Knicks are red hot, 9 in a row. We have Mike Breen and Doris Burke on the call. Both, we know Mike Breen's a Knicks fan, obviously, but I believe Doris Burke is a closet Knicks fan. She can't be open about it because she does national color commentary for ESPN. But vibes are immaculate for Knicks Nation. We need to get some of these guys back. I'm a little bit worried about OG Anunoby because we're not really hearing any type of timetable. This is his 4th game missed in a row now. And yeah, the Knicks haven't suffered from it, obviously. They've been winning. A couple of those games have been against like severely inferior opponents. But a night like tonight, when you don't have Randall, you don't have OG, I wonder if this is a game where the Lakers feel like they got it on the front court, in the battle of the front court, because you're going to have Precious Achiuwa guarding LeBron James, I think, is the best matchup for the healthy Knicks right now. Maybe you'll get some Josh Hart, but I don't think that's a great matchup either. He's a little bit undersized for LeBron, as most people are. So from a Knicks perspective tonight, it's going to be back down to the Nova backcourt. It's going to be if the Lakers can shut down Brunson and DiVincenzo, especially DiVincenzo from the outside. Because, yeah, Brunson might get his 30, but you cannot let what these other teams have been doing is letting Dante cook for like 2 to 3 minutes a quarter, and it hasn't been working out. What are your thoughts on tonight? How do you think the Lakers need to play this? Anything I just said?
Look, I think we need to attack the big men, as you said. I mean, with the injuries, especially to Julius Randle, let Anthony Davis eat down low. I mean, it should be a big game for him and LeBron James coming off not having to play the other night against the Celtics. I think, from a Lakers perspective, honestly, I would let Dante shoot. If he's going to get 20 shots up a game, I think the Lakers could live with that. So, I mean, really, it's going to be like contending Brunson, probably our strategy, getting LeBron cooking, and feeding the ball to Anthony Davis down low and let him feast.
Yeah, I don't have, listen, am I going to jump? We're here to do the game. It's Saturday nights, ABC. Of course, we're going to do a big game like this, especially when we got a Laker fan in the house ready to go. But from a Knicks perspective, I don't love our chances in this one without OG and Randall. Again, against the Pacers, you can get away with it. Pascal Siakam, more of a finesse player, length type of guy. Precious matches up perfectly with Pascal Siakam. With AD and LeBron, different story. Now, do I think Hartenstein is like... There's not many bigs you would take in the league to guard AD over Hartenstein right now, I think. If you've been watching the NBA, there's not a lot of bigs that have been playing that well on the defensive side of the ball that you would put on a bruising big man, elite big man like AD. The Knicks have beaten the Nuggets and the Sixers on this stretch. And yeah, Embiid and Jokic usually will get their 30, but it hasn't looked like they're impactful 30. But LeBron is the guy that worries me tonight. He sees no OG. He sees no Julius Randle. And you can act like oh, wow, LeBron is scared of Julius Randle. He's not scared of him, but at 39 years of age, Julius Randle is the type of physical player that LeBron may not want to go to toe-to-toe with for 4 quarters if the Lakers don't have it. But on a night like tonight, I think the Knicks just don't have the size in the front court for LeBron. It's going to be about LeBron versus Brunson. It really will be. Can the Lakers shut down Brunson more than the Knicks can shut down LeBron?
Yeah, I mean, Hartenstein's been pretty nice. I was looking recently, one of the things, shooting 62% from the field this year, 6.9 a game, which is nice. Yeah. I mean, that's what you need when you got guys like Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle going out, is guys like Isaiah Hartenstein stepping up to the plate.
1,000%. He's been one of the best signings in recent memory for the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks have been on a roll. There's a reason this team is good. All these signings have come to fruition and been good. But it's all going to come down to the playoffs this year. And can the Knicks get healthy? I'm worried about this OG Anunoby thing. If he was a Met, I would have already written OG Anunoby off for the season. I'm not going to lie. We've got no information. We just keep hearing right elbow inflammation every day. So until we hear something better, I'm under the impression that they're not going to rush anybody back until they need to, and they're playing great ball right now without them. So maybe we can keep afloat for a little while and get these guys as healthy as possible. And the thing about Tibbs is he doesn't do minutes restrictions. So you're not going to come back and in a close game, Tibbs is not going to have the balls to do what Carlisle did the other night and sit Halliburton in the fourth quarter in a close game. If guys are healthy and available, Tibbs is going to play them. He'd rather them sit out. So we'll see what the Knicks can do. High emotions for Knicks fans, and in my past, I always have a guard up after we have such a great, it wasn't necessarily the performance against the Pacers because I thought there was a lot of sloppy moments, but it really was just the emotion in the building, the fact that Brunson was anointed an all-star finally, which has been elusive, let's be honest. He didn't make it last year, which a lot of people thought he should have made it. He didn't get announced as starter, which a lot of people thought he should have, of course, myself included. And now he finally gets announced as a reserve, and we had all those emotions on Thursday. That's what made that game so great, and we were undermanned. LeBron's going to want to show out tonight. Will he? Can he? We'll see. We'll see. When LeBron's hitting threes, he's pretty much unguardable. That's the thing. He's been hitting threes more this year, but you got to tire him out. And Tibbs is the type of team where I don't know if LeBron for 4 quarters. I think the Lakers, it's key that they get off to a good start.
Yeah, they gotta get up hot. I mean, but it's the Garden, it's the Mecca. LeBron's gonna be getting up for the game, no doubt about it. He's got his his flyest fit on. His whole family's flown in. He's probably gonna talk about how much he loves playing at the Garden, how memorable it is. So I mean,
you heard what he said earlier today about it was a thought at one point in my career to play here.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? Oh man, they're showing.
All right, we got Larry David. Let's name it. Let's shout it out.
Spike Lee.
Doc Gooden getting courtside is crazy for Doc Gooden on a night like tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Bernard
King, Knicks legend.
Yep. Wow, Clyde is
looking like a young zebra out
there.
there.
Have you ever seen Knicks fans? Have you ever seen Clyde there? Have you ever seen Clyde there not to announce the game? Magic is there. Justin said about to win 10 straight. Give OG his rest. He'll be all right. We'll see, Justin. I hope so. Hit that like button for your boy. Shout out to Butters, a.k.a. Steve, a.k.a. Mac Daddy on this podcast. Let's go. Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Precious Achiuwa, Isaiah Hartenstein for the home Knicks, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, Anthony Davis for the Lakers. We'll see how it goes. The Lakers, I think Austin Reeves is the key to the Lakers because, LeBron and AD are going to give you their 30 and 10 and good team play. But at this point in their career, they're not effort, energy guys anymore. They're productive game managers. And in the regular season especially, they're not going to go above and beyond to make the effort plays. So it's about the other guys around them filling in the cracks, hitting their open shots, and providing energy on defense in transition, hitting the kickouts that LeBron gives constantly, stuff like that. So here we go. We're about to be underway. A lot of hype. Is this the most hyped Lakers-Knicks game since Kobe was alive? Rest in peace to the Mamba.
It's the most hyped I've ever been.
Most hyped you've ever been.
It's my first YouTube live, so shout out to the fans. Go. Shout out to my family.
Guys,
shout out to my mom. She's asleep right now, for sure.
This is like when a great actor makes their debut on a soap opera. We start the game, and Rui Hachimura buries a little mid-range jumper. It's 2-0 Lakers early. We're not going to go... don't worry about the score so much, folks. We'll update it as we can. But we're going to try to talk about the game, discuss. Brunson kicks it out. Precious Achiuwa in the corner, no good. Josh Hart gets the offensive rebound. Kick out to Jalen Brunson for 3, no good. And Anthony Davis will clear. So right away, Josh Hart getting on the offensive glass, but the Knicks miss a couple of threes. DiVincenzo starting on Rui Hachimura. And Precious Achiuwa starting on LeBron. Good defense. LeBron shoots a fadeaway in the lane. No good. And the Knicks will push it up. They're starting with Austin Reeves on Brunson. Josh Hart takes a 3. No good. That's been the one thing. If you were to pick one thing from the Knicks season, and you'd be like, what do you wish could be better? It would be Josh Hart's 3-ball. Josh Hart last year when we acquired him, he was not only the energy guy that you see every night. Right away, the Knicks get a fast break. They kick it up to DiVincenzo, and DiVincenzo lays it in. Early goings here. But McCreary, thoughts on how the Lakers look early setup, defensively, offensively?
Looks like they're feeding LeBron. I mean, Rui's been hot lately too, so I like to feed him the ball as well. I mean, he's a mismatch, obviously, with OG being out. So, I mean, I like it so far. I mean...
What do you think about Reeves guarding Brunson, which it looks like is the...
I like it. I mean, Reeves is feisty, coming off a 30-point game. I mean, people like me, OG Lakers fans, have been following Reeves for a long time. Yeah. People, I feel like, started taking on to him during the playoffs last year because he was white boy for the Lakers, making noise. But, I mean, he's really...
Hartenstein just misses an alley-oop.
He's really been putting on for the Lakers, honestly, lately.
And on cue, Reeves puts up a 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Lakers. Oh, no, they call a foul on Anthony Davis. Good boxing out from Precious Achiuwa. What was I about to say? Oh, I was about to ask you about how you think Rui move. Is Rui going to be the starting small? Is this the starting 5 moving forward to this team?
Well, it's hard to say.
Vandalorian comes back.
Yeah, it's hard to say with Vando being out, but I feel like this is the starting 5. I mean, we'll have to see if they make any moves at the deadline. But to me,
Brunson's first shot is good. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, this is I feel like this is the lineup we're gonna have going so far.
D'Lo, deep 3, no good. Rebounded Hartenstein. Both these teams not really the greatest offensive shooting teams. As I say that, DiVincenzo misses a 3. These are these are slow it up. Half-court offense, ISO ball type of teams with their star players like LeBron, AD, Brunson, and Randall when he's healthy. Reeves, good pick and roll with LeBron. LeBron kicks it out. Hachimura, swing to D'Angelo Russell, who's missed his first 2 threes. Cuts on the offensive rebound, blocked by Hartenstein.
Big block.
Hartenstein has been good already. And Josh Hart just glitches, throws it right to LeBron, who gets an easy dunk. D'Angelo Russell sets him up like he's in the dunk contest. Josh Hart has one of these passes a game. Listen, he gets a lot of assists, a lot of kickouts, but he leaves his feet when he tries to pass too much. We're 4-4 to start out. Both teams starting out kind of slow. A lot of missed threes from both sides. But Nice little Showtime play from the Lakers. LeBron getting out in transition. D'Angelo Russell giving it up. Hart kicks it out to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo gets it into Hartenstein, who's blocked by Anthony Davis.
You need to have a big game from Anthony Davis. He's
Good
the biggest
defense
guy out there.
Good interior defense by both sides early on. D'Angelo Russell takes it into Hartenstein. No good. AD offensive rebound and putback dunk. 8 minutes to go, first quarter. 6-4 Lakers. And both teams struggling from the outside. It's going to be one of those games. Physical on the inside. Foul trouble may come into factor. DiVincenzo, another three. Hartenstein, rebound, gives it a Hart. What do they say?
Out of bounds, right?
Oh, they call a foul
Wow.
on
Rui. I think.
on Rui Hachimura. And Isaiah Hartenstein really is a menace on the glass. Like, he really is. That should have been an easy rebound for Rui. A lot of centers would have just let him have that. And Hartenstein's just right there to get another possession for the Knicks.
Don't know if I agree with the call there. I think out of bounds.
Tough call. DiVincenzo already missing threes. 0 for 3 from 3.
I don't trust anybody out here to make a three, besides maybe Brunson.
Both teams we've started 0 for 10 from 3 right now on ABC. Hachimura gets a backdoor dunk. One more bucket from the Lakers, and I guarantee we're getting a Tom Thibodeau timeout. DiVincenzo drives, gives it off to Precious Achiuwa, who gets a baseline layup. I'm shocked AD didn't block that, honestly. I thought he was going to. Nice. Precious Achiuwa offensively, we always thought maybe he would have some defensive potential, but he's aggressive. He's able to make a layup. He can take a shot from the perimeter. He's not scared, it looks like. And he's from the Bronx. Nigeria by way of the Bronx. Konnichiwa Rui, says Shane Lisa.
Mike, if you were to rather name your kid God's Gift or Precious, what would you go with?
Precious. Based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
I don't know. I think I would go with God's Gift.
LeBron in transition gets a nice spin move layup.
What a family, though. What a family.
Justin says, I got Brunson 35 plus, DDV 7 threes, Knicks money line. Well, DDV's already fucking that up for you, Justin. But Jalen Brunson has 4 points. So he's made both of his field goals. 10-8. Both teams struggling from the outside. If the 3 ball starts falling, we could have a fun game here. Hachimura from the corner. Brick.
It ain't.
Precious is a phenomenal name for a dude from the Bronx, says Shane. I agree. Hart inside to Hartenstein. Brunson drives, floater, no good.
Oh.
Gets his own rebound, banks it up and in.
He was definitely scared of the AD block there, but got the rebound.
Yeah, and that's rare for Brunson. Usually he gets to his spot, he knows where the big man is, and he floats it over them. This time he got close to AD. You could tell he sensed it could have been blocked, and he ended up getting his own putback. We'll have our first timeout, 5:50 remaining first quarter, 10-10 ball game. Let's go. Steve McCreary in the house, his YouTube debut, the Laker fan, the Fish fan, the Goose fan, the UT fan.
How we doing? First time out. What are we going to talk about?
Steve has prepared some notes. So first of all, any future MHT guests and MHT himself need to take notice because this man is here to take your job. Okay,
All right, Mike.
Yes.
First thing, what did you think about the post-game interview? Brunson the other night after the big win, a little bit of crying. The Alan Hahn interview after the game. What do you think?
Me personally, I loved it. It's been a long time since we've had any type of feeling in the Garden for this team, like to that extent. Even Melo, which is why this feels better than the Melo era because Melo was an established superstar when he came to the Knicks. It was like house money you're playing with. You know this guy's going to be good. When Jalen Brunson was signed, people were saying he was overpaid. And when you factor all that in and the fact that it's been less than 2 seasons since Jalen Brunson has signed with the Knicks and the culture is completely flipped, it's completely changed to the point where now you have people like Stephen A. Smith on ESPN saying LeBron James should think about asking for a trade to the Knicks, which we think is ludicrous, and I agree it is. But the fact that it just seems like something you could even pitch in 2024 because they signed Jalen Brunson is why that interview made me emotional. Why it made Jalen's emotions were from years and years of work and years of people telling him that he wasn't good enough, that he couldn't make it, that you're good at this level, but you're not going to be good at the next level. You're this level of player, but you're not that level. The guy, you put a ceiling on him, he continues to break it. So I loved it. It was the Garden starting to wake up again officially to me. Like it was back for the Knicks. And then you look at the price of this game. I know LeBron, Lakers jack it up a little bit, but it's also the fact that this team has won 9 straight. That game just happened, that emotional Brunson game on Thursday night, and it's Saturday night. It's ABC. All these factors just make it that we had to do this game. But yeah, that's what I think about that interview. What do you think?
I mean,
what do you think about it?
I like
as
Brunson.
An outsider, as a non-Knick fan.
I like Brunson a lot. I mean, he's a great player. He's a total tips guy. You know, he plays hard every night. He doesn't take any days off, any minutes off. He's he gets the team involved. He's a total package in terms of two-way player, plays defense, can pass the ball, can generate offense, and can shoot the ball. So, I mean, I liked it. I mean, to be honest, I was a little shocked to see I think it was like 5th or 6th in terms of guards, in terms of fan voting, which I guess just means, I guess the fans just didn't vote him in, but it was good to see him getting voted in as an all-star overall, even though he's not going to be a starter coming up, because I think he totally deserves it.
100% agree. And I think the fan voting thing, when it comes down to it, all those guys are having good seasons. He lost to Damian Lillard, who's been in the NBA for over 12 seasons, off the top of my head.
But real hoopers know he hasn't really been having that great.
No, he's been having a down year.
Yeah, kind of a down year.
For Dame. But when it comes down to populist votes, and you see Damian Lillard, if you're not from New York and watching Jalen Brunson play every day, you're going to be like, yeah, Damian Lillard, that's fun. He should be in the All-Star game.
I'm just glad to see him voted in eventually. I mean, he totally deserves it, honestly.
I honestly think, myself included, we would have burned down the entire All-Star game forever if Brunson wasn't on the team. Brunson floater, good. It's not a good sign when he's
cooking early.
He's 3 for 3 on the float game. It's 12-12. He's got 8 points. He's 4 of 6. What am I talking about? He's missed he got the putback. I forgot he missed his own shot.
You keeping stats over there.
Yeah, good thing I'm not the box scorer. I'm not an automatic calculator, but yeah, he's made 3 or 4 floaters. DiVincenzo overcompensated. Shot. He's worried about AD.
Like I said, I'm cool with Dante getting 20, 30 shots.
Yeah, he looks a little bit sped up tonight. But the thing about him is he'll get hot for a minute or two and it'll ruin your game.
Yeah. Well, we're not containing Brunson like I want.
That is an issue. Brunson,
he's getting everything he
jumper. Wants right that's not an easy shot. That is not an easy shot. And Jalen Brunson is 5 for 7 with 10 points 7 minutes into this game. This is something I mean, it's early in this game, McCreary, and it's not a slight to your Lakers, but this guy Brunson is something that I don't believe Knicks fans ever thought was possible.
Yeah.
He really is a diamond found in the rough.
He's honestly, if I had to put a comp to him, and I'm not like the biggest Knicks fan ever, I would put maybe like a John Starks kind of like comparison to him. Maybe even better, but like that's just kind of what he reminds you of, like a gritty guard that could, score the ball and play defense too. Is just like kind of a grinder.
100%.
Probably more skilled, honestly.
He has more talent than Starks. Yeah. As D'Lo hits a 3 and the Lakers take a lead 15-14. He has more skills than Starks, but I see what you're saying in terms of undersized for the position. A lot of people overlooked him, especially, the thing about Brunson and John Starks, that's a fun comparison that you just made. As the Lakers knock the ball out of bounds, the Knicks will retain 7 to shoot. John Starks literally came out of nowhere from off the street and became ended up guarding Michael Jordan in key spots.
Yeah.
But Jalen Brunson was a McDonald's All-American.
Yep.
Two-time national champion. Two-time national champion. National Player of the Year as a senior. And still was overlooked. So it's 2 different instances of how you can be overlooked, but in reality, the reasoning was the same. They're both undersized. I think John Starks might have had some grade issues or something, whatever. Pizzeria.
Who didn't?
Pizzeria, a.k.a. JB, says it's short for based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire. Yeah. Some bad offense this quarter, if we're being honest. DiVincenzo, another open three. He finally gets one. He's taken enough so far. He's taken so many threes so far in this first quarter. I'm not mad at it because shooters shoot, and if he's shooting free, eventually he'll get 2 or 3 in a row. Maybe that'll get him started. Backdoor, Brunson gets backdoored by Taurean Prince.
We got a Prince on Prince match.
Prince on Prince matchup. Jalen Brunson, the Prince of Manhattan, taking on Taurean Prince, the Prince of his family.
Against
Achua hands off to Brunson. Brunson pull up in the lane, no good. Achua offensive rebound, put back, no good. Has to make that. That's one where Mitchell Robinson just jams that without even going on hitting the ground. Anthony Davis kicks it out. Is that a 4-point play for Austin Reeves? I think
that's not Reeves, brother.
That's Max Christie. Max Christie 4-point play. How about that? The Lakers will take a 3-point lead. 2:37 remaining first quarter.
I call him Chris Maxey sometimes.
Chris Maxey? You're just gonna. I'm gonna say that in a key moment later. And it's gonna mess up my brain.
I think it's a more fun name.
And it sounds fun. But yeah, pretty even start. Honestly, neither team can make a three until these last 2 possessions. DiVincenzo makes one, and Max Christie makes an and one from the corner. A 4-point play possibility coming out of the break.
All right, I can go my list of topics
Let's
here.
go. Topic number 2.
All right. Knicks trade rumors. Who are we liking? Who are we thinking? Besides LeBron. I mean, come on.
No,
he's not going.
That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
Who are you liking at the trade deadline? Do you guys like the Knicks making any moves or staying put?
The Knicks definitely. Thank you for that question. The Knicks definitely need to make a slight adjustment on the bench. You need to have a puncher's chance if, say, Jalen Brunson picks up a couple early fouls, or someone else gets injured. Josh Hart gets injured. DiVincenzo gets injured. You cannot bank on Grimes and McBride to put up major points in the playoffs at this point in their careers. At least I'm not banking on that if you want to be a serious playoff team. So I would go for Brogdon. As of right now, based on the players available, I'm looking at DeMar DeRozan's price, and I'm saying, how much does DeMar DeRozan cost? Because if you could make Dante maybe the 6-man energy guy off the bench, put DeRozan in the starting lineup, suddenly you have Brunson, DeRozan, Anunoby, Randall, Hartenstein / Mitchell Robinson. That's as outside of Boston, that's probably the second best starting 5 in the NBA. I'll give Denver number 2. Because
hard to defending champs.
I'll give them until they lose, but I don't believe in Denver that much anymore. If you're losing to the Knicks by 40, like the Lakers will not lose to the Knicks by 40.
Yeah,
if
it's hard to judge though the regular season. I mean, the Lakers
true.
Just beat the crap out of the Celtics, and I mean, if you would ask me, I mean, I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm a realist. I mean, we're 9th in the West. Do I think we're better than the Celtics right now? Probably not, but. I mean, who knows? But, I mean, that was a big win from you guys over the Nuggets the other night. I mean...
It was one of those things where it's like when you're having a big winning streak and you beat a couple of bad teams in a row, you want it valedated against a good team. And no better team to do it against the defending champions with Nikola Jokic in the lineup. They pretty much had their whole squad, which was like... I know the Denver fans were kind of saying, like, oh, it was the last game of their road trip and all this stuff. Whatever. Justin says Brogdon for Evan Fournier plus a protected first.
Yeah, I got him on fantasy. He's really putting up buckets right now. A little injury prone, but he's doing. I mean, Portland's not doing anything up there. Let's be real. Does Portland do anything this year? I haven't even watched a single Portland game.
So what Portland needs to do is they have Anthony Simons, who they paid and is younger than Brogdon. Obviously, plays the guard position. And they have Scoot Henderson, who they took 3rd overall.
Yeah, but he's
had 2 30-point. You gotta let these guys. You gotta let these guys develop. He's 19 years old. You drafted him 3rd overall.
Yeah.
You can't have Malcolm Brogdon stealing minutes from him on a
Yeah.
bad team. You got to let him just play it out and see if he.
I think that would be a good pickup though, Malcolm Brogdon.
I think so too. He seems like a Tibbs guy, smart, tough, dependable.
Yeah, two-way.
Brunson corner 3, no good.
Play like either like the point or like he's a good enough shooter. He could play the 2 guard.
Exactly. Yep. And really, what you need him for is to be a 6-man, kind of like Quickly was, but in a pinch, he could be filling in at the 2 guard next to Brunson, and you don't you have 2 guys who can really.
Yeah,
ball
he'd be
handle.
a great coming off the bench. Honestly,
Yeah. They kick it out. Miles McBride in the corner missed a 3. Lakers. The one thing about the Knicks, when the Knicks play the Lakers, that always makes it a tougher game from a Knicks perspective than usual, and I'm sure it's the same way with the Lakers. Usually the Knicks just dominate the glass. They just dominate the glass. They don't do that against the Lakers. DiVincenzo, 3-ball, cash, and that's his second 3 in a row. Dante has an ultra green light right now with the current construction of the Knicks lineup. They need buckets from him. It's just the basis with OG out, with Randall out, with Grimes out even, who can make a couple threes. Dante knows and is being told to just shoot at will, feel free, play with ease.
does he have a nickname or is he just? I mean, what do we think about Dante Dimes?
Nah, I don't like that one. I think we're going with. I mean, he has college nicknames. They call him the Ragu, the Big Ragu.
Okay, is he really that big though?
He means 6'4", 6'5". He would look huge on this stream right now.
Maybe slightly taller.
At least
than me.
vertically. We look like we could. Right now, we look like we could be the offensive line for the G-Men, and with 7+ hitting. He's already got Justin. He's already taken how many? I mean, it's a great bet, regardless. He bet Brunson 35+ points and DiVincenzo 7+ threes, and
he's a gun. I mean, he's
been
shoot.
gunning them out.
He's gonna shoot. That's
And
for
he's just
sure.
been hanging out with Clay and Steph for 2 years, and he's like, I had to watch them take bad shots. DiVincenzo blow by.
Ooh.
He gets blocked from behind. He needs to just jam that. He's going so fast, he blows right by. D'Angelo Russell, wide open 3, cash.
Gotta make that.
Knicks slow
All
to
the
get
way
back
from
in
the
transition. It's a 5-point game. 50 seconds remaining, first quarter. DiVincenzo had a good look at the rim there, just got blocked from behind. Brunson kicks it out. Josh Hart for 3. Knocks it down.
Man.
Big 3 in response. Back and forth we go. These ABC Saturday night games are usually rigged, let's be honest.
Yep.
They're usually down to the wire. That game last week, with the Warriors. was
Lakers
insane.
Warriors.
Yeah.
I was lit for that.
Yep. Torian Prince drives to the basket, gets a bucket, 4-point game. Knicks will hold for what should be close to the last shot. Lakers might have a heave at the end. We'll see how it goes. They have Torian Prince on him, and they're sending help. They're trying to get the ball out of his hands. Hart floater, good. Josh Hart. Josh Hart, 5 points in the last 40 seconds of the quarter. Hachimura, deep 3, no good. And that's how the first quarter will end. Entertaining first quarter. It kind of picked up towards the end. Looked like there was some nerves, a lot of energy in the building.
Kind of low scoring.
We couldn't hear the energy in the building, but we saw the prices of the tickets.
Yes.
And let me tell you, if I spent what people spent to go to this game in the middle of February, early February tonight, I would be excited too. And I would expect some 3-pointers to go in eventually as well.
And if I spent what Walt Frazier spent on on his suit, I'd probably be in massive credit card debt as well. So he looked like a zebra.
That's mad funny. Justin, I missed your comment earlier. I'm not going to repeat it, but I missed it earlier. It's actually hysterical. It's so funny. I'm not going to repeat it, but it's so funny. Not that we're not afraid to be edgy here, but it's just so far back.
We have jobs.
Yeah, true. I'm not trying to get
Currently have a
canceled.
job.
You never know. But all right, topic number 3. Topic number 3. We have topics for the commercial breaks. You know what? This man gave me the idea. I have to have topics for the commercial breaks from now on. That's on me. This man gave me the idea. Shout out to McCreary. Let's go.
Okay. Wait, this is a good one because it's actually a quarter break, so a little bit of a longer one.
Okay.
Name I guess we were talking about it earlier. The 5 players that joined your team, that joined like old players that were as a rejuvenation. Like they tried to restart their career as a Knick, and they thought, you know what, Manhattan, the Big Apple, the bright lights. I'm gonna do it here. So 5 players, your top 5 players that you have that are try to rejuvenate their career in the Knicks. I have mine written down.
All right, let's go with you first.
Okay, for the Lakers, this one's pretty easy. We're gonna go with by number 5, Carlos Boozer, the Booze Man.
Okay. Boozer, yeah. Thibodeau ran him to the ground. Lakers brought him in.
He had kind of a nice run with Kobe there, but, I mean...
Not as nice as most Kobe runs.
He was not an all-star.
Yep.
All right, number 4. I'm going to go with a man we were talking about earlier. A man who thought he was, MJ. He thought he was Kobe. We're going to go with Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas.
Yes. I mean, if you remember the fact that Gilbert Arenas was a Laker, you know ball. I know you know ball, or you're a Laker fan like Steve here, because... It almost like was in the deepest part of my memory bank as someone who typically remembers everybody's tenure on every team. Gilbert Arenas being a Laker, like who did he play with? Like obviously late Kobe.
Yeah. I honestly couldn't even tell you.
He was losing minutes to Smush Parker, most definitely.
I think it was a little bit later than Smush Parker, but it was definitely at the tail end of his career, and let's just hope he didn't bring any guns to the locker room.
Yeah.
Anyways, number three. A controversial person, Karl Malone, the mailman. Yes. Say no more.
Yes, great pick. Who can forget Karl
Malone? I thought when Karl Malone was coming, I was like, oh my God, one of the greatest of all times. I did not know his passion for younger patrons. But, Karl Malone will be coming in at my number 3.
Love that.
Number two, the glove, Gary Payton.
Yes.
You remember Gary Payton's stop with the Lakers?
Didn't Gary Payton and Karl Malone kind of run that backup unit?
Yeah, they come in at number 3 and number 2 together. I probably could have grouped them in at 1. Number 3, 2. Why don't I put them in together and I'll sneak in one person that we were talking about earlier who played for a year, and you forgot, Carmelo Anthony at number 2.
Oh, yes, at the very end.
And then the game started again, so we'll get back to it. But my number 1 is Steve Nash, because I thought we were going to win the title that year.
Excellent choice, Steve Nash. And they also had Dwight Howard that year.
Yes. But that was when he was at the top of his career. Steve Nash is trying to rejuvenate.
Miles McBride hits a 3, and the Knicks take the lead.
I'm not even going to lie, I don't know who Miles McBride is.
They call him Deuce. Have you ever heard of Deuce?
Oh, yeah.
He played at West Virginia.
Yes. Now it's coming back.
Yes, he played for Huggins at West Virginia. He was kind of a dog at West Virginia. And Thibodeau's just been kind of keeping him in the cage on the bench for like 2-3 years. We trade quickly, and all of a sudden he's out of the cage. He's a better defender than Manuel Quickly, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's amazing to see how well you can play when you're like don't have an alcoholic as a coach.
Yeah, that's a fact. Bobby Huggins. Josh Hart, 3, no good.
We got the UT matchup we were talking about earlier.
Yes, Sims on Hayes. We got Jackson Hayes on Jericho Sims.
Ooh, Hayes with a little shoulder.
Nasty screen. D'Lo, 3, short.
It's ugly.
Knicks get the board. Brunson stays in to start the second quarter. Interesting to note. He hasn't come out of the game yet, to my knowledge. Brunson floater, good. I mean, the Lakers are letting him get to his spots too easily.
It seems like at Nova they just teach you how to do floaters.
Now, it seems like...
And win.
You know what's crazy about Nova, and Jay Wright gets a lot of credit for this? Nova could be attributed to kind of just like a lot of Jalen Brunson. Like he's kind of the statue of Villanova. He really is. They didn't win a title since the 80s until he got there, and then all of a sudden they win 2 in 3 years.
I mean, but a solid core all around. Josh Hart.
Obviously, Devo. Yeah. There's other guys. Eric Pascal, who played in the NBA. And that should have been an and 1. It was not. Jackson Hayes plays like he has CTE sometimes, let's be honest. So does Precious, though. I've noticed that from Precious as well. LeBron's still in the game. So it looks like, I think Tibbs, who likes to do this, I've noticed he plays the data. He's more of a data guy than you'd like to give him credit for, because I think he sees that the Lakers kept LeBron in the game, and I think the Knicks while obviously it's laughable to compare Brunson and DiVincenzo scoring to AD and LeBron, those are the Knicks' top two shooting options right now. He's staggering DiVincenzo and Brunson, just like the Lakers are staggering LeBron and AD, which I think is smart because you need to have some semblance of main scoring. Well, actually, no, I'm wrong. DiVincenzo's still out there. They might just play 48 minutes tonight, guys. Brunson and DiVincenzo just might as well wake up on a treadmill tomorrow and start running again.
Tibbs would play him 50 minutes if he could.
DiVincenzo looks like he could run for like 8 years, though, honestly. Like, he's always sprinting around.
He ran all the way here from Rhode Island or Delaware, wherever the hell he's from.
The Michael Jordan of Delaware, Dante DiVincenzo. That's what they used to call him in high school. Look it up.
Oh, I'm getting word from Sleepy Hollow Jack. Precious Achua's nickname is the Big Sneeze.
The Big Sneeze. Precious.
No, Achua.
Achua. Oh, okay, I got it. I was looking for where it was coming from. Of course, that's coming from Pete Zaria. Malachi Flynn in the game for Brunson finally. Brunson sits. Hart nearly turns it over, shoots a wild fadeaway. No good. Oh, Hart out of bounds. Knicks hustling as
Hustle
always.
play, though.
Yep, that's what they do.
D'Lo likes it. Hart doesn't like it. I got a soft spot for him, Lakers draft pick.
Josh Hart and Randall.
Yeah.
Josh Hart and Randall, you always seem to...
somewhat. I mean...
All right, well, this is a good question, because I remember a little bit of Randall's tenure, because he was like a lottery pick for the Lakers. LeBron hits a three.
You talked about that earlier, his three-point shooting.
Yep. How was Josh Hart early in his career with the Lakers? He probably didn't get a ton of run.
So he wasn't drafted really high, so there wasn't a lot of pressure going in, and he really played well. I feel like he was on the team for, a couple of years. He was, great. I remember that was back when I was N1.
Malachi Flynn, N1.
Yeah, he was just a great player overall and, really exceeded expectations. I knew about him at Nova, but he really played well for the Lakers, and no surprise that he's killing it for the Knicks right now.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the addition because the Knicks just, kind of needed another body last year. But when you factor in the idea that he's Jalen Brunson's best friend, or one of his best friends, he plays like Tom Thibodeau wants his role players to play, which is just balls to the wall, hustle. If you're not going to make shots, fine. Josh Hart isn't the type of player where it's like he's never going to make a three. You don't feel like that's never a possibility. This season it's been rough a little bit for shooting threes, but he does everything else. He's the best rebounding guard in the NBA. That's not Luka Doncic, I think, statistically. So what is there not to love about Josh Hart coming off the bench? That's a pretty soft N1 for Jackson Hayes, in my opinion.
UT on UT crime.
Yeah, Sims and Hayes. Evil Dante can ball, says Justin. I don't hate Malachi. I mean, we kind of dominated that trade, did we not? I mean, Quickly and Barrett are hurt already for the Raptors. I know it's too early to judge that, but...
I like Barrett long-term in Toronto. I mean, he's a Canadian, so going back home, I think it's a good fit for him. I mean, the Raptors are a hot trash mess right now, but, I mean, they have great leadership in their front office, so I think they'll be back. I mean, I think they built up some nice pieces, have some good draft picks. They'll be back. And I think RJ being back in Canada will work out well for him long term, even if he doesn't have a good season this year.
Agreed, I agree. All right, so now we heard your Laker list, which I think was efficient. It was good. Obviously, if you're a 70-year-old Laker fan and you're wondering why he didn't bring up Bob McAdoo or something like that, I don't know. We're not talking about that. We're talking very modern era, like people that can look it up and watch it on YouTube type era. All right, so my Knicks list. I'm going to go no particular top 5 order because all these guys can kind of get clumped into the same bracket because the Knicks have 0 championships. Whereas the Lakers, it's like, oh, fun. Remember that year where we weren't that good and we brought in that guy? The Knicks, it's like
fun.
The Knicks, it's like, oh, remember that year we brought in that guy and the next 5 years were ruined because of it?
Yeah.
So that's what we'll go into. So number 1, I will put a number 1 on this. It's got to be Joakim Noah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's got to be Joakim Noah. The guy was an all-star, all-NBA performer. I literally have watched 90% of Knicks games since I was like 7 years old, and I can only remember like maybe 2 or 3 seconds of Joakim Noah playing on the Knicks. Like seconds. We signed him for a 5-year deal. Horrible. He's number 1. I'm going in descending order. Number 2, Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
I remember
T-Mac.
T-Mac, one of the most underrated players of our generation, in my opinion, because everyone's obsessed with rings and all this other stuff. T-Mac at one point was the most dominant scorer in the NBA. People forget this. Kobe existed, yes, but T-Mac at his peak was something to behold. He was getting triple-doubles, scoring 40 with Yao and all that stuff. With the Magic, he was good early on as well. With the Knicks, he came to the Knicks, played his first game, put on an absolute show, and I was like, I'm still not buying into it. I don't think he played another game after that, as far as I'm concerned. T-Mac goes in at number 2. Number 3. This is old school, but I was really young for this. Vin Baker.
Oh.
All-star NBA player. I was a young guy. I'm like, we got Vin Baker. This guy's an all-star. Maybe he'll make us a little bit better, and I can,
That's a fun name.
No, horrible guy. Guy was out of the league in like a year after that. Number 4. Now, I'm trying to decide if I want this guy to be number 4 or number 5, but I think. So that year in 2012 with Melo, we had a bunch of old guys.
Yes.
And the thing that keeps me from using those guys is because we were actually decent that year.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of some
first round exit decent.
But at the same time, Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin were there. They were there to ring chase and just watch Melo shoot threes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go with them.
But you gotta love the Kmart Melo connection. Oh,
That's Jericho Sims just caught a volleyball lob off the backboard and dunked it home.
I think he caught that ball out of his hair.
Imagine it got stuck in there if someone had like
a good hiding spot. Honestly,
it would be. Would it be called?
Oh, LeBron
for 3 comes off the screen and just drills a 3 ball. Bron's playing a lot, no?
Yeah, I mean, he got a night off.
True.
He's at the Garden. Like I said, he gets
Malachi
up.
Flynn gets blocked by Max Christie. 3 for D'Angelo Russell, no good, short. Miles McBride, the rebound.
Who on God's green earth is Max Christie? That's a good guy. Good question. I think he's actually cousins with Chris Christie.
That's a good point. They look like they're cousins.
Yeah, I think it's actually his nephew.
Hit that like button for your boy for popping in for a second. Shout out to Chris. Who on God's green earth is Max Christie? Is a great question. He played for Michigan State. The Lakers LeBron likes him. He could hit some threes. I'm not gonna jump up. Everyone gets a little bit gassed up when they
triple team.
When you triple team LeBron, he's gonna make the right call.
Oh, it's the Christie show.
And Max Christie hits a 3 as soon as Jared calls him out. 6:50 remaining.
He's shutting down the bridge to Jersey. No going in or out.
LeBron has 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. It's Hart, Flynn, McBride, Achua.
Oh, good move.
Josh Hart, turnaround, good.
It's a nice shot.
Josh Hart,
defense.
Yeah, Josh Hart looks like he knows he's going to have to get some buckets tonight. Because the pickings are slim. It's Jericho Sims, Precious LeBron, deep 3, no good.
He was feeling a heat check, though.
It's Hart, McBride, Sims, Flynn, and Achua. That is the worst offensive Knicks 5 in the last 2 to 3 years. And they're still out there competing with LeBron James, D'Angelo Russell, the God Max Christie.
Well, Max Christie, I mean, he's showing out tonight.
He's pretty young, too, isn't he? Is he like 20, 21? Yep. It's only a 4-point game. Speaking of gods, Jalen Brunson back in the game. Austin Reeves also back in the game.
Oh, speaking of which.
Brunson goes right to work on Reeves, and it was food.
They only teach floaters at Nova.
And can I be honest with you? That's why I asked about that matchup early on, because I know Jalen Brunson thinks he could score on Austin Reeves.
Yeah. I mean, if he backs him down like that, he's definitely he'd be size advantage,
Yeah.
Reeves, but I mean, dog advantage, Brunson.
Brunson also has the meat advantage.
Yeah.
There's a difference
meat on
between
them bones.
Yeah, because like if I'm putting my shoulder into you and getting a foot of space, it doesn't matter how tall you are, really. Like I'm shooting over you because
I feel like I haven't seen AD since the first 5 minutes of the game.
They get the switch again. Reeves onto Brunson.
Ooh,
Brunson kicks it out. Probably not a good idea, but they're scared of AD. You could tell. Hart kick out 3. No good. Josh Hart would rather chase down his own miss than shoot an open 3.
Yeah, hustle player.
Just loves
Gotta
to chase.
love it. Total tips guy.
5:17 remaining first half. We are going to take a little bit of an intermission first half. We got to use the bathroom, but we're going to be back because my boy has notes, and we're going to get through them during the game or after the game if we have to.
I haven't even gotten through the fun topics yet.
I know. We're going to get there. We're going to end halftime quickly. Lakers take a nice 6-point lead here. Austin Reeves, little bank shot. Knicks need a bucket, and they really don't have many options outside of Jalen Brunson. A lot of looks for Josh Hart. Brunson being guarded by Prince. Brunson drives down the middle of the lane. Kicks it out. Hart. Pump fake. Hart. Leaner. No good.
The defense totally
Rebound
changed
at
with
Chua.
AD. Oh.
McBride
Deuce.
for 3. No good. He gets fouled.
What? Shot clock violation? Oh, my God. He put his bum in his face. It
Who
looks
knows?
like.
Maybe he touches him while he's releasing it. I don't think that's one Darvin Ham will challenge. See, he touches his wrist right there.
I don't see.
Okay, well, he's shooting free throws.
I haven't been.
And he
an
misses
eye
the
doctor.
first. He
Oh,
misses
don't
the
lie,
first.
as they say.
He misses the first anyway. Knicks are almost better at shooting contested floaters than they are at shooting wide open free throws.
I'm seeing the WNBA hoodie. Have you seen any of Caitlin Clark? She's
Yes.
gonna be crazy, man. And
Dude.
she drives. Speaking of ticket sales, every game she goes to, she drives up ticket sales. All the Big Ten games, Ohio State, everywhere she goes is crazy.
Yes, and she's 100 points away from setting the the D1 scoring record, which is impressive. Alone, Kelsey Plum is the current record holder, and she's going to steal that. And it looks like the draft.
Is she in New York or she's
in Las Vegas.
She's in Vegas.
Darren Waller, her husband.
She's dating.
She's
Darren
married.
Waller. Oh
Recently
yeah, married. Yeah.
Recently married to Darren Waller of the New York Giants. Precious Achua, good defense on LeBron. Point blank range. LeBron just missed it. Looks like his controller died on that layup.
Yep. Battery low.
Hartenstein hands off to Brunson. They trap him at the top of the key. Smart game plan from Darvin Ham.
Oh man, you gotta love the fadeaway 3 from Deuce.
I mean, he's been making those of late. We'll live with those. They're open looks.
Oh.
Hachimura.
Airball 3.
Hachimura just airballed an open 3. Easy for me to say. Under 4 to play. First half. Brunson drives to the lane, gets fouled by Taurean Prince.
Spike.
If this game is close down the stretch, it's really going to turn into the LeBron versus Brunson show.
Yeah.
It
no
is.
doubt.
It is. Because both these guys... And it's crazy to say because obviously this is LeBron James. If you're smart about basketball, I can't take you seriously unless you have LeBron in your top 5 all time. Top 5 is my cutoff.
Yeah.
I expect him to be in your top 3, but if he's not, I understand. I expect you to tell me like Bill Russell.
It's all good. If
Will
he's
Chamberlain.
not in your top 3, you just haven't watched basketball in the last 20
Yeah,
years.
exactly. In the last 20 years, and if you've seen other guys that have played like in the 60s, 50s, then I really trust you, and you're able to still speak coherent sentences. Shout out to you who have seen Bill Russell. If you've seen Bill Russell, are watching Mikey Hot Takes,
shout out to the listeners.
and can still speak and type, shout out to you. You're the GOAT. You're the best. But, yeah, LeBron's in your top 3. But the type of player that LeBron is, down the stretch, he manages every possession. Same as Jalen Brunson for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Manages every possession. If he's going to shoot, he decides if he's going to shoot. He decides who is going to shoot. that possession if he's not going to.
Yep.
All right, next topic. Let's go, McCurry. Let's bring it.
Yo, why haven't the Knicks extended Brunson yet? I feel like he's the ultimate player, but what are they waiting on?
So there's no rush really because he's under contract for the next 2 years, no matter what, for cheap money. There's no doubt in God's green earth that he will get paid a lot of money if he continues on this trajectory for another year. I just think there's no rush at this point in time. It's guaranteed that he'll get extended. He literally signed with us. This is his second year on the team. So you don't usually extend guys in their second year in the contract. That being said, you're not wrong. It's that crazy how good and how much he's overplayed his contract initially. So now it is time to start thinking, like, when is this guy going to get paid more? But I understand.
I mean, you extend him now, you could probably lock him in for a better deal than you extend him later. Because, I mean, I just feel like he's only going up and he's only going to keep getting better and getting more attention from Knicks fans. I think, like, right now, like, the Knicks just don't have the attention of New York. So once I think the Knicks really kind of make maybe a first or second round playoff run, they're really going to captivate the city. And I feel like he's going to be more of a homegrown fan. I feel like you lock him in now for a better deal. But, I mean, I agree eventually they're going to lock him in. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so no matter what, the next 2 seasons, he has a descending contract. We can extend him, and that contract will kick in after those 2 seasons end. And no matter what, I think he's going to get that. So I guess you don't want to lock him into a 5-year deal this early. And God forbid, but injuries happen in sports.
Yeah.
Right? Like something like that. It's only been a year and a half. His agent, I'm sure, isn't bitching about it at the moment. But good question because he is underpaid. He's probably the most underpaid athlete in the NBA. Chris says, AD should not have been an all-star over Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I agree with that.
Really?
But Domantas Sabonis has been having a great
so
year.
Chris,
but I mean, it's the
he
same.
would take AD off.
It's the same reason.
Who would you take off? Have you seen the Western?
No, I mean, I do feel like it's the same way that like Trae Young and
Fair.
Damian Lillard are voted in. By
But
the
how do you
fans.
feel about someone who
like,
would say the Kings have a better record?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's the same way that like we were talking about it earlier. How like Brunson is probably one of the best guards in the league. Maybe Halliburton.
Yeah,
maybe Donovan Mitchell. But I would put him at like number 3.
They're all in the same field.
I would put him at number 3, but he wasn't voted that way by the fans.
Yeah.
So it's like AD's a Laker, champion. He's gonna get voted in by the All-Stars. Is he really, playing the best? Is he having his best year? No. This way is Sabonis having a better year? Yeah, but I mean he's just the bigger name. That's kind of how it goes with the All-Star. Yeah. The All-Star game's for the fans anyway, so it's not for like the
coaches
nerds
vote for the reserves. The coaches vote for the reserves, which is why it's interesting that Sabonis. And I think it's the defensive side of the ball, Kelly. I think the argument you should have made really there was AD is just light. Coaches appreciate defense, and AD is as impactful a defensive center as there has been in the NBA for quite some time.
No doubt.
So Sabonis is kind of a traffic cone on defense, really, when you look at it for a lot of different types of players. Kelly also says Knicks are still a star away. Kelly, I would like to ask you, are you saying that because of what you're watching right now? Or are you saying that because at full strength with Julius Randle and OG Anunoby and all these guys that we're watching play right now and kind of go toe-to-toe with whoever they play, they could lose this game, no doubt, but it doesn't change my thoughts on the Knicks moving forward. Like, are you judging it based on tonight, or are you judging it based on everything? Because a star away, maybe just another big scorer away. Like,
I mean, let's be real here. I want you to sit back and think about it and name the last team that won a championship without a mega all-star.
But we're already saying Brunson kind of could be that guy.
Brunson could be that guy. Is he right now a mega all-star?
But what makes a mega all-star? This is only his second season having his own team.
But I think right now, I think it's a fair point. Like, they're not like really that superstar away. But like Brunson could be that superstar
I think he could be.
You know, Giannis had to win a championship and make it far in the championship for him.
Why
to be
is
a
Jason
superstar.
Tatum considered a superstar? Why is Jaylen Brown considered a superstar? Why is Joel Embiid considered
I think
a
the
superstar?
longevity. I think they just been there longer.
Exactly. So
I mean, like, yeah, I think once Brunson maybe.
So it's if you're
been there
telling me it's a
longer.
timing thing, then we can wait it out. But I think Jalen Brunson's just going to continue to average like 26 points a game in the NBA.
Yeah, that's why I said we guys gotta extend him.
No, yeah, it'll happen. Don't worry. His godfather is the GM.
Trade Randall.
How is that not a foul from Achua?
Randall is not that guy.
Trade Randall and picks for that player.
I feel.
Who is that player? Would you do that, Kelly? Would you trade Randall and picks for Karl Anthony Towns? Hart all the way. Nobody stops the ball for the Lakers.
Good defense there.
Yeah, that was bad transition defense. But Kelly, name the player? Name the player. I'm all for, like, everyone says trade Randall, and I'm fine with that. I understand he's flawed and he's got all these problems that people understand. I get it. Who's better than him that you think we can get? Like, name the guy, because I don't see the guy. There's not many guys better than like, he's on pace to be possibly third team All NBA again this year if he gets back in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Look, I mean, we kind of talked about what about Jimmy Butler. I mean,
Would-
he's maybe not a superstar, but he's like tier 1B superstar. You know what I mean? I feel like he's been to the finals. You get a guy like Jimmy Butler, I feel like that could be a difference.
Kelly
maker.
says that might work. So for Towns, I think he was talking about.
Oh, I don't like Towns. I think he's soft.
I think he's soft too, but there's
He got benched when he
but
was
there's-
like he had 50 at halftime.
Ju-
I mean,
so
there's
Ju-
something wrong with him.
So it's a question of Julius Randle. I don't think anybody would say he's soft, but I would think like he's not as skilled as Karl.
I think Towns is great. Oh,
Devo for 3, and we have a tie ball game.
I think Towns is great. I mean, there's a reason why Jimmy Buckets wanted to leave that team.
Kelly, Siakam is not better than Julius Randle at all. He's not.
Siakam's nice for the Pacers, though.
He's all right, but he just lost to the Knicks without Julius Randle and OG. I just watched him have 18 points, being guarded by Precious Achua. Nice drive from AD.
I don't know why AD doesn't do that every time.
At least in this game, he should be.
Yeah. That's Steve's key to the game.
He's getting Achua drives to the basket. He draws a foul. Precious from the Bronx, based on a book by Sapphire. Nah, Kelly, I don't think Siakam's that guy. The two guys that I want, or am thinking about like targeting, if we're doing this superstar dance that Knicks fans love to do. Number 1 is Devin Booker. If the Suns get bounced in the first round this year and look bad, number 1, KD is
Which is predictable.
It could happen. KD is obviously long in the tooth, older in his career, and known to jump ship very quickly. Bradley Beal has not played well. Is Devin Booker going to just continue to ride things out in Phoenix? Is he going to wait for KD to ask out again before he decides, hey, maybe I'll jump ship and go to my former agent, Leon Rose, and the Knicks?
Oh, you got that confused. Devin Booker would go to his favorite player's former team, Kobe Bryant's Lakers, and want to move there.
No.
I mean, LA, he's kind of an LA boy, you know, the Jenners. You know,
So
he's kind of, you know,
the last
that
Sun's
lifestyle.
great. The last Sun's great to go to the Lakers. We just had number 1 on our list of
Sean
veteran
Marion?
busts. Steve Nash was Sean Marion a Laker too?
I feel like he was there for a minute. I think he had a cup of coffee with the Lakers.
That's funny. He probably did. We'll have to look that up at halftime. 20 seconds to go, first half. Lakers get the ball out of Brunson's hands.
Oh, they look good at passing the ball like that.
Hartenstein draws a foul.
Oh.
Well, they're just trapping Brunson, and they're saying anybody else go make a play.
Yeah.
They're saying anybody else go make a play. We have Anthony Davis anchoring the defense. So if Josh Hart, Precious, Dante, or Hartenstein wants to go drive at AD or shoot a jump shot, the Lakers are fine with that. They're not going to live with Brunson shooting open shots. Mm-hmm. They're going to get the ball out of his hands, which I think is the smart was just a smart strategy for this type of game without OG Anunoby, without Quentin Grimes, without Julius Randle. I mean, the Knicks are have cut this to a 1-point game. They have a chance to tie it going into halftime, and they're out 3 of their main players. Lakers without Jared Vanderbilt, their best defender in my opinion, but
And without a coach, if you ask me. But that's another
That's
topic.
true. The Knicks, we did discuss this earlier. The Knicks might be more properly coached, but you have LeBron James on the court, who is just basically the best
Yeah.
player coach in the league
Yeah,
for the
LeBron
last
is basically
7
the
years. That's a flop from D'Lo, and that'll be the end of the first half. 59-59 is your score. It started off slow scoring, but we finally got up to where we're on a pace for a 120 Lakers-Knicks at the Garden type matchup.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, exciting first half. I mean, it picked up a little slow, but I'm ready for the second half to start. I mean, Brunson going off for 17 points is huge. LeBron's starting to pick it up. I feel like AD needs to pick it up, but I mean, I think we couldn't ask for a better game. It's exciting. Not going to be a blowout either way, so I feel like this is going to be tough all the way to the end.
We knew that. That's why we booked it. We knew McCreary had to be here. It's going to be an electric finish to this game. Let's do one more topic. Then we're going to, get the be right back slate. We're going to use the bathroom, recharge the batteries, and be back for the second half. What do you got?
All right. So, what do we think about Doc Rivers and the whole coaching staff debacle with the Bucks the other week? I want to get your opinions. Are the Bucks going to be legit? Are they going to flame out classic Doc Rivers style? Besides that one time they won the championship.
So I am just of the ilk that, number one, you're the number 2 seed in the East. You've won 32. At the time, you were like 32 and something crazy, like 14. So you had a huge winning record. You were the number 2 seed in the East. You were scoring almost like 125 points a game. People were acting like their offense was broken, which it wasn't. They were scoring every time down the floor, pretty much. They couldn't play defense, right? And they decided we need to get a more serious coach with veteran postseason, knows how to navigate through the day-to-day, and that's Doc Rivers. A lot of people will just point to Doc doesn't win, Doc doesn't do this, Doc doesn't do that. I think I'd be a hypocrite to point that out because Tom Thibodeau is my head coach, personally. So if we're just going to say Doc doesn't win, Tom Thibodeau was Doc's assistant the last time Tibbs won anything. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel about that. I think they're both very smart NBA head coaches. I think the Bucks are still, it's more of a roster thing that they can't fix. So they thought, let's get a more serious defensive coach in here that at least maybe can get our principles defensively up, and in the postseason we can take ourselves more seriously, as opposed to they are not going to be able to trade anything or make any moves to acquire anybody that's really going to change their scope defensively. So it's easier to change a coach than change a roster. That's what the Bucks did.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, we went into the season thinking the Bucks had the best team. They had the best roster going in. You know, they had the playoff experience, Dame time, Dame Dollar. They had champion 2 years ago, Giannis. You know, the best team. I mean, they were Chris Middleton. What do they call it? Splash Mountain and Brook Lopez.
Yep.
So I mean, it's like they went in with the expectations and a great record. It's a surprise to see them with a coaching change. It kind of gives me David Blatt vibes back in the day from LeBron and the Cavs. But I mean, let's see. I mean, Tyronn Lue won a championship, so I mean, we'll see if it works out for them. I don't know if I'm the biggest Doc Rivers fan in the world, personally, because I'm a Lakers fan, and I just don't think he's all that great. But, I mean, we'll see how it goes for him. I mean,
I don't think Doc is all that great, and I do think there's this thing that happens in the NBA where it's like a lot of these young coaches just don't work out. They just don't.
Yeah.
How many of them just, like, you'll never hear about, like, the Thunder hired, like, 4 coaches before this guy that they currently have that they like. And, like, the Magic had, like, 3 coaches before Jamal Mosley and all this other stuff. So it's like, eventually, the Knicks tried all these other. They tried David Fizdale. They tried Jeff Hornacek. They tried all these other coaches, and eventually, it's like, let's just get a guy who has a track record of putting wins on the board, and we'll figure it out. Doc has a track record of putting wins on the board, and I think he can coach defense. When you have Giannis and you have Dame, you're going to put up points. It's about, can we get everyone to buy in defensively? Can we manage the egos and get everyone to play defense in the postseason? And I think Doc is more likely to do that than Adrian Griffin, and then probably a lot of the other free agent head coaches that were available. So, yeah, Doc isn't perfect, but for the Bucks, it might be a better option than what they had moving forward.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Put all your questions in the chat. Kelly is hot. I love it, Kelly. Shout out to you. We'll be back in a few minutes with more topics and the second half. 59-59. Lakers, Knicks. Great first half. We'll be back for the second half soon. Peace. We're back. McCreary will be back in a second. But we're back from break at the Garden. We cannot miss a second of action. McCreary will be with us momentarily. Hartenstein just misses a putback. And the Lakers will take control. LeBron dribbles it up. Guarded by DiVincenzo and Hart. Lakers swinging around. D'Angelo Russell for three, no good. Hartenstein rebound. D'Angelo Russell is really, the more I watch the Lakers, he's such an important piece. If he's hitting shots like we've seen him be able to make shots in the past, he's so dangerous. Achua blocked by AD. Let's make sure we got McCreary in the frame. We do. There he is. LeBron. Did he make a shot? What happened there? He got offensive foul or turnover. Talking about Jared Vanderbilt, the Lakers are just simply a much better defensive team with him out there. He's able to guard the lead ball handler. He would have given Jalen Brunson probably some more problems than Austin Reeves tonight. Brunson driving on Russell. Draws a foul. McCreary, how are we feeling? We took a little break. Your first stream, did a great first half. Now it's time. We have a tie game at MSG between your Lakers and my Knicks. What are your keys for the second half?
We back. I don't think I choked too big in the first half, so we made it to the second half.
Solid first half.
I was invited back for the second half, so that's all I could ask for. The Lakers are tied. We are not losing by 20, so let's dig in. I mean, let's go.
Let's go. We got a competitive ball game. Both teams playing hard. Lakers seem like they want to win tonight, but also they should win, really. They have more talent. DiVincenzo, catch and shoot, end of the shot clock three, no good. Lakers clear, and both teams yet to score so far in this second half. Austin Reeves being guarded by Jalen Brunson. Both these guys played a ton of minutes for Team USA this summer. Good pass from Reeves into AD. They call a foul on the pass on Hartenstein. I'm not sure if that was a foul, but whatever, it was on the pass. Jared says, all right, Mike, we need an iHeart double-double and an AD 3 for my parlay. Hartenstein, I think, needs a couple buckets, right? He probably is going to get. He's easily going to get the rebounds. Like he might already have gotten it since you sent that, but he needs to get a couple of buckets. But
I'm rooting for your parlay.
I think AD can hit a three, no doubt. LeBron mid-range cash. LeBron James, first bucket of the half goes to LeBron. 2-point Laker lead. LeBron has 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists on 5 of 9 shooting from the field. The Lakers are doing a good job of making Brunson get rid of it, but you can't leave DiVincenzo for that many times in a row. DiVincenzo, 3-ball in the corner. 4 threes for DiVincenzo. Justin, another parlay in the chat, needs 7+ threes from DiVincenzo, so still time for that. Who knows? The Lakers keep trapping JB, so maybe if DiVincenzo keeps getting the first open look in the corner, good ball denial from D'Angelo Russell. Technical foul on D'Angelo Russell or on AD. Oh, no, on D'Angelo Russell. No, on AD, number 3.
Number 3.
I don't like number 3 for AD, by the way. Just don't like it. Don't recognize his number. It's just not a... Big man, I like a double digit for a big man.
Yeah. Okay. I
I
don't know how to respond to that.
Name a big man who has a single-digit number that's a legend.
Bill Russell, the greatest of all time.
Okay, name another one. All right, you had to go back to 1962. He had to go back to the 1960s. Kareem was wearing the 30s. Shaq was wearing the 30s.
I gotta go with
Chamberlain was wearing the 30s.
What about Big Shot Bob? Robert Horry.
Robert Horry.
Number 5.
Nope, doesn't count.
What is he?
He was like a small ball 4.
Five-time
He
champion.
was like a
doesn't
small
count.
ball 4. He was a small ball 4. Brunson
He played
mid
the
range.
forward.
Yeah, but we're talking big men here.
Oscar Robertson, number 1.
Point guard, small forward type.
Yeah, well,
I'm telling
you
you.
knew how to get some rebounds.
Wide open 3 for Reeves, cash. We got a good game going here in MSG. 1 point ball game. Reeves wide open.
What number was Moses Malone? Number 2.
That might be a good shout. Let's
All right,
look it
there
up.
we go.
But you're still going into the 80s, but that's fine.
Well,
I'm just saying,
like bringing it back, baby.
I'm just saying, if you're a big man, DiVincenzo, deep 3 from the top of the key, no good. Hart tracks down the board, almost throws it away. Achua floater is good. And that's a Josh Hart type of play right there. Josh Hart flies around I would like to know his sprint speed. Him and DiVincenzo sprint speed without the ball. They both are not great dribblers, but without the ball, just flying around like football players. Ooh. Hartenstein, nasty block on Reeves. Brunson gets it ahead of DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo floater. Goaltend.
Nah.
They called a goaltend on LeBron. It was right on the rim. Had to be called. And the Knicks take a 5-point lead. When is Darvin Ham going to call a time? Tibbs would have called a timeout already, by the way. If that's not a goaltend, brother.
Oh, lame! It was before it hit the backboard.
Bro, it's literally above the cylinder. That's interference, even if it hit the rim. No.
Classic LeBron block.
And
Spikes up.
If you think LeBron's not going to get that call if it's clean, of course he's going to get that call if it's clean.
I'm obviously biased.
I know, we both are. DiVincenzo reaches in on AD. AD goes to the ground. He'll stay on the floor. 8:04 remaining, third quarter. Excuse me, let me update the period marker for you people. How is everybody doing Saturday night? I hope you guys are having a good one. Hakeem was 34, yeah. This is my point. This is good. Listen, I've been watching sports for a long time. Numbers, they don't matter as much anymore in sports, but it's like, just aesthetically, it's like seeing something out of place.
Dude,
they call it foul.
You gotta love a big number 0. You know, big baby Davis. True. Number 0. Yeah, love a big,
number zeros are always eccentric. You gotta love a 0
with the belly because it just fills out the 0.
No, number zeros are always eccentric. What's up, Ryan? How's it going? Pizzeria's back. What's up, Pete?
What's up, Zaria? Oh, AD can't get it to go.
AD misses.
Knicks have 69.
Knicks are up by 5. The race to 6. Into Hartenstein, who's fouled, trying to go up with the shot. They'll say on the floor.
Fallenstein.
I got to be honest. Hartenstein is a baller.
Yep.
And I think he might be better than Mitchell Robinson, and I think that makes Mitchell Robinson a little bit expendable.
So, I mean, like, Mitchell Robinson was having a nice year, but the Knicks have been so hot in January without him. It makes you wonder, like, do you really miss him? And would he even really be starting if they brought him back?
Yes. I don't think...
Those things you have to question.
I do not. I think you're 100% right. He's not going to start if he comes back because Hartenstein just... Look at the way he's handling the ball top of the key right there. That's stuff that Mitchell Robinson just doesn't do. DiVincenzo to the basket, easy layup. Darvin Ham needs to get a timeout. 7-point game. Lakers get a layup, so maybe I'm wrong. They push it up the floor and get a layup, but still, defensively, they've lost their way a little bit. Knicks getting easy looks. DiVincenzo going to the basket shouldn't be a thing against this Lakers team.
Yeah, they need some fresh legs out there.
Brunson working on Reeves, top the key, pull up 3.
That's in.
No good.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Good rebound from Hachimura.
Good defense. Whoop. D-Lo
layup. No, made it. And Tibbs will call a timeout. So 3-point game, 7:09 remaining, third quarter. We're ready for the next McCreary topic. The people have been asking. Let's talk. Let's see what we got.
Okay, is Fish the best band to ever play at Madison Square Garden?
All right, so I was looking this up earlier, and as I was going to look this up, I felt really dumb Googling famous bands to perform at Madison Square Garden. And you'd be surprised to know that pretty much every famous band has performed at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but how many of them have performed 13 times in a row?
Okay, so...
Besides, okay,
I knew that was going to be
Harry Styles.
I knew that was going to be...
Harry Styles.
That's not a band. I knew you were going to bring that up.
It's a lifestyle, I guess.
Harry Styles and Billy Joel were the two answers that, in terms of consecutive days. Billy Joel is a residency and a resident New Yorker.
Yes.
So I think that's an advantage. You can't really count him.
I feel like Fish has played at New Year's Eve for the past, 12 years for 3 to 4 nights in a row, selling out New Year's Eve. I feel like it's kind of their home.
I need everybody to put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of Fish.
I understand if
Fish.
Billy Joel talk. All right, I'll milk it into a next question. Okay. What is, besides Fish, which, as you guys saw, the loading screen at halftime,
yes,
I took Mikey Hot Takes to a Fish concert, and
he
told me it was his favorite concert ever.
Yep, great
But
show.
Other than that, what was your favorite concert or show you've ever seen at MSG?
Okay, so this is a long-winded answer, but I've seen Justin Timberlake perform at MSG as a young boy.
JT.
When he was cooking, like Sexy Back Days. And ever since then, I've only gone to shows at Barclays Center because I've had to buy my own tickets. So I will say the Justin Timberlake show, second to the Fish show that me and you went to. If you didn't see that picture, how could you have missed it? Rewind a couple minutes ago. Beautiful picture of us two at Fish.
Good answer.
And I've never, going into it, I was a Fish virgin, guys. Fish virgin, or what's a carnivore, not a pescatarian.
Yeah.
Is that what I was going?
Sure.
Are carnivores,
As they say.
can carnivores eat fish? No, right?
I think they eat everything.
Oh, they just can't eat vegetables?
Well, I don't know. I don't.
They
make
definitely
the
don't
rules.
eat everything, bro. They
I
definitely
don't make the
eat
rules.
everything.
I think they eat meat. That's for damn.
They definitely eat meat. That's for damn sure. As we watch a Popeyes commercial, which looks amazing, even though we already had a chicken finger dinner earlier that was just absolutely out of this world. No free sponsors outside of.
All right.
Outside of.
Put it in the chat. Best show you've ever seen at MSG.
Yes.
We want to hear from the audience.
Best
All 6 of
concert.
you.
Best concert you've ever seen at MSG.
You know, for me, besides every time I go see Fish at Madison Square Garden, which is obviously the best concert, I will say 2019 I saw Travis Scott. It was pretty sick. It was during his Astro World Tour.
That's cool.
He rode a roller coaster during the middle of it that was held up through the ceiling. Probably one of the best concerts I've ever seen at MSG. Was a good time.
Definitely. I went to that same tour, but I saw it at Barclays Center, like I was mentioning, as a New Yorker.
Barclays is a great venue as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you just see a lot of great shows, a lot of good performers come through Barclays.
Yes. Brunson, we're back from break. Brunson pull-up jumper, no good. Lakers defending the hell out of Brunson. Obviously, that's what you have to do if you're playing the Knicks right now without Randall and Anunoby. I got to say, with Randall and Anunoby, the Lakers are food right now.
Yep.
And I'm not just trying to be a jerk.
Fish food. Oh, buckets.
That guy LeBron's still pretty good, though. Future Nick LeBron James hits a fadeaway jumper.
Yeah.
16, 3, and 2 for LeBron
Did
James.
LeBron go to Nova too, or what the hell?
Yeah, I'm sure he took some classes online. DiVincenzo, 3, cash. Dante is Justin's bet. What's better, Barclays or MSG? So, Ryan, I would say MSG is better for
Everything.
everything, but Barclays for a concert, obviously, it's not a huge drop off if you have like a full crowd.
Yo, so like here's my rundown. MSG I think is the best venue in the country. I mean,
He goes to a lot more concerts
like
than me, so
arena-
if you're going to talk about
arena, classic arena. Everyone treats you right. The concessions, the lines, everything you can do there. The fact that you're in the middle, in the heart of New York City, there's nothing better than MSG. Barclays is a great place to see a venue. LeBron just missed that one.
Yep.
But Barclays is a great place. The thing is, there's no bad spot to see a seat in Barclays. MSG, you're kind of blocked by the Chase Bridge if you're like in the upper deck rows like 20, like 15 and back. I would say that's the only thing if you're not in that section. Everywhere in MSG is great. Barclays doesn't kind of have that issue, so it's a great place to see a concert.
Definitely love that insight. And if you're going to listen to someone about where to see a concert, any type of concert talk, this is your guy to talk to, and I'll trust his opinion. You don't have to trust mine, but you can trust his for sure on that discussion. Isaiah Hartenstein just got a nasty dunk. Knicks commit a foul coming back the other way. 6-point lead, 5:20 remaining third quarter. It's a lot of the same story for the Knicks. We're just a hard-nosed team. Like, look at that take from Hartenstein on Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis just not really interested in chasing Hartenstein or not expecting him to just turn around and try to dunk
I think
that.
he was expecting the help there.
Yeah, I mean,
Really
Hartenstein usually just hands that off, and AD hasn't had to do that much, which is part of the reason why it worked. Element of surprise. Hachimura, I've seen him make shots and get hot before, and it hasn't happened this year. Obviously, injuries have played a part in that, but if he could just somehow turn it up another level, you could talk me into the Lakers being like a sneaky second round, third round.
It's been
team.
hard. Like many players that we've had all year, he's been injured. He was injured in the first part of the season, so he's trying to come back from milking an injury. I agree. I mean, he had a huge game against the Celtics coming off the bench. I think he had like 15, 17 points. So, he's there for a big game when he's called upon, but he's, a little inconsistent and still coming back from injury and trying to find his groove.
Yep. Definitely, like, that's the type of guy, though. You need guys of his size and the ability that it's not completely inconceivable that he knocks down a three. It makes no sense how many rebounds Josh Hart gets. It makes no sense at all.
Gonzaga breeds softies.
Gonzaga breeds softies. Laker great Adam Morrison.
Oh, yeah. Well, wow. He had a crustache.
They didn't call a foul on that play. Josh Hart just, like, throws it out of bounds. Does he get hit?
Oh, it blocked him and it hit him on the shoulder.
He gets hit on the follow through, and I guess LeBron James is LeBron James, and you're never going to get that call.
God, his forearms are bigger than my stomach. I got a beer gut.
LeBron to the basket, makes the layup, even though he's fending off. Hartenstein wanted the offensive foul.
He smacked him like a fly.
We got a good game going here, folks. It's going to get tense in this fourth. You're going to want to be here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Jalen Brunson drives to the right. Fade away.
Ooh,
in and
that
out.
was in the whole first half.
Yep.
Oh,
DiVincenzo, great help. Kicks
Dante's
it out.
biggest block.
Brunson Euro kicks it out. Dante
That's
in,
in. Oh,
in and out.
good board.
Good board from Anthony Davis. Another turnover from the Lakers. Josh Hart gets in transition. Hart drives with the left hand, blocked by AD.
Reeves might be hurt.
Brunson blocked by AD.
Oh, he's back.
AD is just defending
Alley-oop,
his ass
LeBron.
off.
Oh!
DiVincenzo called for the foul.
You should have just alley-ooped that one, brother.
Did Reeves just run into LeBron too after he got hacked?
I don't know what happened. It was a collision in the paint.
DiVincenzo kind of went for the ball, but he hacked the hell. I mean, great. Like, this was a great defensive possession from AD. He blocks Hart, and then he blocks Brunson.
That's what I mean. He's a difference maker when he's in.
That was my argument to Jared earlier about, or whoever said Sabonis over.
Clothesline.
It might be a flagrant. They'll probably review it.
Nah, I mean, to be honest with you, that's a good hard foul. I mean, I don't think that should be a flagrant. But
they're gonna review
in today's NBA, it might be.
They're gonna review it. He went for the ball. It looked like to me, but the fact anytime LeBron goes down in a heap, I'm inclined, and especially when you throw that whack motion, he grabs his arm. I don't think it should be a flagrant, honestly, either.
All right, Mike. Who do you like in the Super Bowl this week?
All right, Super Bowl pick. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. I just don't want to pick against the Chiefs in another Super Bowl. I think we've seen this episode before. Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs' defense is really, really good. And if it's 20-17 and the Chiefs get the ball back, the Chiefs are winning that game. So
Yeah.
I got it 24-20 Chiefs.
Yeah. Put it in the chat. Who do you guys like in the Super Bowl this week? We want to hear from you guys. I like the Chiefs too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the Niners are the better team. But, I mean, you can't – it's hard to bet against Mahomes. I mean, if you look at just who he knocked out in the playoffs this year, it's kind of crazy.
And on the road this year.
Yeah, and he's been doing it on the road. It's really unbelievable. You got to like their defense. You got to like Mahomes knocking out Josh Allen, knocking out Tua, knocking out Lamar Jackson, who's going to be the MVP this year. It's been crazy. So, I mean, it's hard to not like that. It's hard to not like the fix-in for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, too, which I'm also, who cares? I think it's great for the NFL. I think it's great for Taylor Swift with live music. So
And Travis Kelce.
Yep.
It's greatest for him, let's be honest. It's greatest
It's pretty
for
much
him.
good for everybody besides pissed off old white guys.
Yeah, guys who just want to complain about stuff. I don't want to see her anymore. Really, that was bothering you so much? You could have been looking at a random fat fan and instead you're looking at one of the greatest musical artists of all time. You'll be fine. We stand Taylor here. Jalen Brunson, just doing Jalen Brunson stuff as we come back down. Volp, what's up? Does Steve know ball? He wants to know. Steve came prepared, more prepared than any guest. Any other guest that comes on MHT, the bar has been set. Can you do better than Stevie Mack, his first appearance on MHT? which, got to be honest, doesn't happen often where we get a relevant Knicks-Laker game on a weekend where everyone seems juiced up for it. And here we are, the stars aligned, and we got it. McBride, wide open for three. Oh, the Knicks just can't make a three tonight. Hartenstein, offensive foul. The Knicks got to start making threes. Everything but threes for the Bockers. OG Anunoby and Randall really help with that because it's just, first of all, OG can make threes. Randall will make an occasional three, but Randall gets a lot of kickouts, draws a lot of double teams. Guys get wide open threes as opposed to, I mean, this guy Brunson's just playing one-on-one out there. Like, it's him in a basket and, like, pick up. It's crazy that we're able to say that this guy is a New York Knick. Colin, all-time worst guess, says Volpe in the chat. Colin is not here to defend himself, but I will let him know and accept this insult on his behalf because I let him on in that state. So you know what? MHT wears that. Hartenstein's playing stupid tonight. You know what, Jared? He is and he isn't. He just plays so aggressively, and the difference is tonight the Lakers have that strength with AD is a big, a mobile big that will give, like, it's crazy to say AD is a lot more skilled than Hartenstein, so don't get it twisted. But in terms of mobility and size, it's kind of an even matchup. AD's a little bit longer. He's more talented offensively by a long shot. But in terms of, like, both of them matching up with each other on the boards and defensively in the post, like, there's a reason AD isn't just getting post-ups every time. The Knicks like that matchup defensively with strength-wise. It'll be even. AD will be taking tough shots. On the other end, AD is blocking everything that the Knicks have to offer. Everything they have to offer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I agree with your take that's mano-y-mano. I feel like Horton.
Did I say that? Did you listen to what I said?
I feel like yes. I feel
strength and size-wise.
I feel like,
and
to
mobility.
be honest, Hortenstein's been stopping AD, and I was looking for a little bit more offensive production. I think he's getting stopped at the rim. But right now, nobody wants to go to the paint and the Knicks have the ball with AD's out there. I mean, AD is unstoppable in the paint.
It's a lot of Brunson mid-range.
I've been impressed by Hartenstein's defense this game. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
He's been locking down AD, and he hasn't really been getting going like I thought he would. The first few minutes, I thought it was going to be an AD-type game. We'll see if he picks it up in the last few minutes of the game, the last quarter. But, I mean, honestly, he's been playing good defense. But, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Both teams, like, both those guys, that's what I kind of meant. Obviously, AD is going to score more because he just has more of a touch. He gets more touches. He's an all-star this year and an NBA champion, all that stuff. So, like, let's not compare. I'm not comparing them. But I'm saying compared to, like, a normal run-of-the-mill NBA game where AD can have his way with whatever NBA center he sees. Even if AD is playing against Jokic, right? Jokic on defense, AD's going to get his buckets.
Oh, I feel like AD loves playing against Jokic.
Yeah, exactly. Because my point was athletically, this is kind of like somebody AD may struggle with compared to a normal night.
Yeah, if you put your chest into it a little bit, I feel like AD is going to, like, back down a little bit. The problem is he's, like, bigger and more aggressive than most people.
Yes.
So you fight that aggressiveness. You come through. I mean, Hartenstein's getting the rebounds and the board and playing good defense. And Tibbs, I mean, he's going to have a good coach defense no matter who's out there. So, I like the matchup so far.
This is a great game. Both teams playing hard. Lakers clearly want this one. Missed free throw from Jackson Hayes coming out of the break. 3-point Knick lead.
Oh, man. I like going up that escalator.
That escalator into the Penn Station. All right, so Lakers hit the second free throw, Jackson Hayes. 2-point game. Jalen Brunson, Precious Achiuwa, Miles McBride, Jericho Sims, and Dante DiVincenzo is your 5 for the Knicks. If I would have told you this was the starting 5 against the Lakers, you would have said, how much are we down by? The correct answer is we're up by 2. I know it's a long game left. I think the Lakers should be able to pull this one out, if we're being honest. Miles McBride and one.
He's been deuce and one.
The deuce with the possible tray. I mean, this guy looks like a baller. Mm. Let's be honest. Like, we just extended him 3 years, $13 million. Okay. 3 years, $13 million for this guy who's getting minutes already on a team that's won 9 in a row.
Yeah.
Elite defender. Can make a 3, can drive to the basket like we just saw.
Bad foul by D'Lo. He just slaps him in the face.
Yeah, no reason to do that.
No need to slap somebody in the face.
When you get beat, there's no reason to compound that, especially if you're not a shot blocker like AD. Or LeBron. There's no reason to compound that with a foul. You're just adding to the insult to injury. Great pass from D'Lo. Great ball movement from the Lakers. That's one of the probably. I haven't seen every single play they've made all season, but that has to be one of the better ones.
Yeah, most exciting matchup of the night is the UT on UT matchup we got going on here. Jericho Sims versus Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, both great haircuts as well. They look like they might go to the same barber,
Yeah.
even though they don't live in the same city. They live across the country from each other. They still probably meet up to get haircuts. Brunson drives to the basket. Should have been an and one. They don't give it to him. I'm not sure why that's not.
We ran into your Barbie on the street earlier.
Oh yeah.
He was really nice. He was very excited to see you.
Yes, I treat my barbers well because if you haven't noticed, I have to get a wide lens camera to keep this big dome in the camera, and my barber has to spend extra time trimming this every couple weeks or so, as best as he can.
I hear you.
So
every time I get a haircut, I feel like it's like some kind of work of art, trying to make me like not look like I'm losing all my hair while at the same time still cutting it off.
Yeah,
it's a balance.
It's a delicate balance, no doubt about it. Precious Achua drives. And, whoa, he doesn't get the N1, but he makes the basket. I mean, I can't believe how Precious is like Toronto Raptors fans acted like this guy literally could not do anything.
Oh, we need Clyde Frazier in person.
Yeah, we'll do that the next time out. We'll do it the next time out. We'll do a
He
Clyde.
had a fresh zebra suit on earlier. I don't know if people saw that.
Torian, yeah, he did. And I got to be honest. Oh, pull up three for Brunson. Cash, Jalen Brunson for three. And orange and blue skies for Spike Lee. Jalen Brunson's just a dog, man.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play this guy. Nobody wants to play him. It's an 8-point game, less than a minute to go, third quarter. LeBron knows his team needs a bucket. He's being guarded by Precious Achua. Knicks switch Jericho Sims on him up. They get a foul on
Kind
the
of
pick
a
and
lame
roll,
foul.
and it's a terrible foul by Precious because the Lakers are in the bonus. But the Knicks are, like, no matter what, I mean, first of all, it looks like he kicked Jackson Hayes in the balls there.
Yeah, that was a good kick and shoot.
That was smart, yeah. That was smart.
Kick and shoot.
Because Jackson Hayes is a pogo stick. He's very
Yeah.
tall, much like Jericho.
Yeah.
And also not a bad foul. I don't know if he's going to be able to make two.
He's
Makes
not
one.
a bad shooter,
Really?
honestly. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Because Jericho
They
wouldn't
teach
be
him how
able
to
to make
shoot
two.
down there in Texas.
Brunson's got elite footwork for a guard in the paint. Good patience, hard to guard. Absolutely.
Oh, I wanted to shout out my boy TK.
Yeah.
Thomas Kim in the chat.
Shout out Thomas.
He had a big...
Hit that sub button for your boy Thomas.
Yeah, hit a sub, hit a like. He had a big victory this weekend in the Austin Civil Engineers competition, boxing competition. He's been training really hard. Yeah, we had some live homies, some footage coming in. But I mean, he's 1-1. I mean, he picked up the W, and I'm really proud of him.
Good for you. Shout out to you, Thomas. Thank you for joining the stream tonight in honor of Butters making his YouTube debut. Knicks up 6. Last possession, third quarter, excuse me. Jalen Brunson holding the ball, guarded by Austin Reeves, top of the key.
The whole crowd's up and cheering.
They're doubling it. They're doubling it. They're trying. Oh wow, McCreary's starting the cry narratives already.
Oh,
McBride,
deuce.
Fall away, no good. That'll be the last shot. And it's a 6-point Knick lead. Good third quarter for the Bockers. They're playing really hard, and they're missing 3 rotation players right now, and 1 all-star and 1 all-defensive player. McCreary, do you think the Lakers can win a title this year?
I mean, I think they win a title every year. They got LeBron. I mean, if I'm being real here. I mean, am I gonna lie to you?
He's
Every
39.
year we have LeBron.
But he's 39 years old now.
Every year we have LeBron. I think we win a title, so I'm glad to have him on the team.
I get that.
If you don't think like that, then
do you
why
have a
have
trade?
LeBron?
All right. Do you have a trade? Because you guys need to make a trade.
Yeah, I mean,
What's the trade? No, you need to make a trade. I'm not going to sit here and listen.
Oh, no,
As an NBA fan who's watched games every night this whole season, Elizabeth can attest to this, who wants me to watch Real Housewives. I love them both.
Yeah,
But
big fan.
Huge fan. But the Lakers are not up to snuff. LeBron is going to have to average 50 points a game in the playoffs, and AD is going to have to average 30 and 20. And if you're going to tell me that's what you're banking it on, good luck. That's not happening. That's dreamland.
Look, am I going to bet on the Lakers to win? Definitely not with this roster.
So what do they need to
but
do?
I think they're going to pick up a trade deadline. Now, it hurts me to say it. I think we're going to get rid of D'Angelo Russell from the Ville, but I think we're going to get rid of him, maybe a few draft picks, maybe one of our big guys, and pick up DeJounte Murray. I really like how he's been looking for the Hawks this year and the past couple of years. I feel like they're a hot dumpster trash down there in Atlanta, and so we pick him up. I think he's a better addition and makes it for a better guard play. But I mean, honestly, I don't know how else we're gonna do or like.
What would you give up? What are you giving up for DeJounte?
I mean, I think it's gonna have to be D'Angelo and maybe somebody else. I really don't want to get rid of Reeves if that's what it takes. Maybe that's what it takes. But I mean, he's a great.
Would you give up Reeves if they said we don't want D'Angelo?
Oh yeah, because I mean, we need somebody to generate offense for us. D'Angelo, Austin Reeves, they can both get a shot. They can both get a bucket. We need somebody that can get a bucket and shoot the ball. So, honestly, either one of them, I would hate to lose. But I think it's going to take one of those guys to kind of like pull in a big star for us.
I don't dislike that way of thinking. I like DeJounte Murray a lot more than other people. And Pizzeria says, does DeJounte Murray help that much, though? Number one, he definitely helps. Like, if what McCreary is saying, if you subscribe to that theory of you have LeBron, you have AD, you have a chance to win a title. Which in some ways is very true, right? But I don't necessarily agree with that when we're talking about 39 years old LeBron James, as much as I do prime LeBron. If we're talking prime LeBron or even 5 years ago, I know LeBron's still putting up numbers, but the energy, the running around, the constant being involved in every play is not necessarily there. He still executes, makes plays, does stuff when he needs to. I'm not discrediting him whatsoever.
Look, I mean, we got the old bull. We just need the young calf to take us to the finish line. We got AD who's kind of banged up, so we just kind of need a younger superstar to take us there. I don't know who it's going to be, but I think hopefully it's some kind of young guard that we can pull in.
And Murray, going back to Pete's question, I think Murray, regardless if he helps you win a title this year, if you look at DeJounte Murray's contract, it is very, very affordable for his production. Very, very affordable. So you go into next season, all right, you get to look at it this year. You get to look at it in the playoffs this year, and you say, does DeJounte, AD, LeBron work? And if it clearly doesn't, you can still flip DeJounte Murray because that contract, it's not like a taboo $70 million contract where no one's going to be able to touch it. You could easily flip him for somebody else. We start the quarter with LeBron getting a layup with his left hand. I think LeBron is past that in his career. He doesn't carry like he used to. He's capable of doing it in spurts. But if you remember peak LeBron, of course, terrible pass from Miles McBride, turnover. Tibbs going to call a timeout if this shot goes in, guaranteed.
Woo!
Lakers cut it to 1.
Oh!
What did I just say?
Mikey Soothsayer.
What did I just say?
Good call. Good shout.
Tibbs calls a timeout in 42 seconds.
Prince of Thieves. Let's go. Should we hit another topic?
Yeah,
here?
let's do it. What's the next topic?
I feel like the first half was less serious, so we're getting a little sillier on this.
Okay, let's do it.
Giants first round pick. Who do you like?
Oh, talking about silly. Giants first round pick. They have the 6th pick. I don't think there's going to be a quarterback at that pick, and I'm not an advocate of trading up in this draft. A couple picks. If someone falls, someone falls. Just draft the best offensive lineman available.
Really?
Yeah, just do it. Or receiver, but
I don't know. I
feel like you can manufacture good receiver play.
Yeah.
You can't manufacture an elite offensive tackle, and Evan Neal is clearly not an elite offensive tackle. And if we're going to continue to try to play the Cowboys and Eagles with Evan Neal, we're going to continue to lose.
Yeah.
So that has to be fixed.
I mean, let's be real here. I couldn't even name one decent wide receiver that the Giants have. You can pretend like the receivers that the Giants have are good, but I mean, let's look at the Bengals and what they did when they drafted Jamar Chase.
Yes.
They were a solid team with Burrow. They were not a great team until they got Jamar Chase. I think it's going to take the Giants either drafting or trading for a great wide receiver for them to be good.
I agree, but also there's questions about Jones. People question Jones. Not here on this channel. I still think he could be a solid NFL quarterback if you get the right tools around him. For me, if you let Barkley go, which I think is another whole issue in itself, you can try to talk me into just getting a mid-level running back, stocking up on number 2 receivers for Jones, and making sure we can block and run the ball. Mm-hmm. That's what we need to do. All right, next, let's go with the next topic. Rapid fire, fourth quarter time. We need to lock in.
Yanks or Mets? Who's going to have a better season this year?
Yankees by a mile, by 15 games possibly. Yankees might win 101, and the Mets might win 87, 86.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the signings that the Yankees have made this year, bringing in Soto, has been unreal. I feel like it's undervalued how good he's going to be. Where we lack is in pitching. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I represent the horrible trio of being a Lakers, Yankees, and a Bengals fan. So I apologize in advance. But, yes, I think the Yankees are going to have a decent season. Do I think they're going to compete for the World Series the way they're currently constructed? No, because they don't have pitching, just like the Mets don't have pitching. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, what are they really going to do without, 3 pitchers that are solid at the top 3? Even though they do have the best pitcher in baseball. I mean, let's be real there.
Yes, and what I will say is, Garrett Cole is just a workhorse, and yeah, he's consistently, if you're averaging out the last 5-6 seasons in the MLB, he's the best pitcher in baseball in terms of eating innings, staying healthy, and being very productive. Oh, all right. The Knicks gave up 5 straight points to start the fourth, and Tibbs instantly has seen enough. Jalen Brunson's back out there.
God.
He's going to run Jalen Brunson.
He's going to play the rest of the game.
He's going to run Jalen Brunson into the ground. But to be fair, I haven't seen LeBron come out that much. Hartenstein just misses 2 easy putbacks that he needs to make. Like, those are shots that he has to put back. 16 boards, 4 blocks, 4 of 10 for the field for AD. So getting it done in other ways besides offense. LeBron's out there. Max Christie, Jackson Hayes. LeBron fadeaway cash. The Lakers regain the lead.
Volpe says Barkley future Eagle. Thoughts there?
I don't think he would leave to go to the Eagles. I think future Charger. How about that? Austin Eckler's kind of washed. He had a horrible season. If you owned him in fantasy, you probably came in last place last year. I could see Barkley going to Jim Harbaugh in the Chargers. Precious Achua called for the travel.
Precious travel.
Not sure. Let's see.
The big sneeze.
LeBron, of course, abusing him, pushing him, grabbing him. And Precious gets called for the travel. I'm fine with that contest from Precious.
That was beautiful.
Great shot from LeBron.
Hang that in the Louvre.
Yeah, it's a great shot. Austin Reeves drives.
Buckets.
Good finish. 3-point game. 9:50 remaining. 3-point Laker lead. Brunson, Hart, Hartenstein, DiVincenzo out there. And Precious Achua. Brunson doesn't want to pass. Kicks it out to Hart. Hart wide open in the corner for 3. Knocks it down. Tie game. Big shot from Josh Hart. And that's what I mean about Josh Hart. Is he going to be J.J. Redick out there? No. But in a big spot when it's like a close game, he's going to man up and step into his shot, and you're not going to think like, wow, this guy's inept at shooting threes. Austin Reeves gets the switch he wants, gets Precious Achua. LeBron guarded by Josh Hart, 5 to shoot, top of the key. LeBron, fade away, one leg, no good. Rebound Hartenstein. Brunson brings it up. 9:05 remaining fourth quarter. 89-89 is your score. Brunson for 3, no good. Rebound DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo nearly turns it over. Hart kicks it out. Back out to Brunson. Everyone but Brunson seems to be a little bit panicked as usual. He draws the foul, going up for the shot. He's being guarded by a man who's 6'9".
And a prince.
And a prince in some countries, especially Laker. Look at that loose ball pickup from Josh Hart. Stuff like that make Josh Hart just like Tibbs might want to marry Josh Hart if Josh Hart wasn't already married with kids.
I don't think
Tibbs is not married. Josh Hart is married.
I think Tibbs goes to the bar at night by himself.
Yeah, Tibbs does. Chicks. No, I think he's like Adam Sandler in that movie Hustle without
okay.
without Queen Latifah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just like walks around.
I feel like he goes back to the bar where the team's staying and is like, "Hey,
he's definitely at the hotel bar.
I'm the coach."
Tibbs definitely has like open tabs at like all the hotel bars, all the A1 hotel bars, no doubt. 8:50 remaining. Brunson hits the first free throw. If we're being honest, Brunson has to just be super aggressive and commit like 2 to 3 Lakers to run at him, and the Knicks are gonna have to hit shots. DiVincenzo, Hart, Precious if need be.
27 points from Jalen Brunson.
Yep, just another day at the office with 9 minutes remaining. And
Definitely getting a 30 burger.
if he doesn't, the Knicks lose by 20.
in.
Reeves for 3 knocks it down, and the Lakers regain the lead. Back and forth we go at the Garden. My boy Blue. Pete says Tibbs crushes touch tunes. McCurry agrees.
Yeah, like Al Green, like really.
Yeah.
He's like Motown. I feel like.
He knows you expect him to play white stuff, and he'll play some soul music.
Yeah, he's really hip with it.
Brunson again, bucket.
Maybe some Drake too. Like
not some Drake.
I feel like Tibbs
I would see some like Beastie Boys from Tibbs. Maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, come on.
Come on. Reeves now starting to feel it. Gets the switch he likes. Fade away. Austin Reeves makes it.
Oh my god.
Reeves and Brunson trading baskets.
Dude, I always watch Austin Reeves, and I feel like he like spent hours watching and one tapes back in the day for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It helps that he's also like he's
kind of nice with it.
He's also a good 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
The Lakers are getting the ball out of
That's in.
DiVincenzo wide open corner. DiVincenzo has swag too for a white dude. As far as white dudes in the NBA go, he's like what Tyler Hero thinks he is doing. That's what I think DiVincenzo is.
It's just the goatee. Does he really have swag?
No,
I don't know.
No, he does. Like he just carries himself like he
has a
actually
cool
hangs
name.
out in.
I feel like Dante DiVincenzo is a really cool name. He's got that going for him.
I feel like just being really fast and having like a 40-inch vertical as a white guy is really cool.
And being in the NBA.
They call an and one there. Oh no, offensive foul on Taurean Prince.
No, I think it was AD blocking out.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Did they count the bucket though? At least
It looks like they did.
there's no way that was on Taurean Prince. Oh what?
There should have been a no call on the shot. No call on the shot or call it on the screen and on the floor, right?
I don't know what the call was there, but
we don't have the sound on.
He's and one. We got an and one call.
And one.
Well, that kind of makes sense. I would say no foul, but because I mean, he was standing
It
straight
looked
up.
like he was standing straight up, but
I don't know. It's probably because he's got all those vicious tattoos. Why do you think he's only got tattoos on his right arm? Is that a shooting arm? I guess.
No, it's not. He's actually a lefty.
Well, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, he didn't want his.
Got to keep the stroke clean.
Got to make sure they don't like drill into your shooting arm before the season starts.
All that ink weighing him down.
Lakers regain the lead. Back and forth we go at the Garden. They're trapping the shit out of. They're trapping Jalen Brunson. Can we be honest?
I would put 3 on him.
No, but can we be honest? This is an NBA basketball game. Mm-hmm. They're treating him like a god right now, and you know what? They should. Yeah. They should.
He's an all-star.
But no, LeBron's an AD or no. LeBron and AD are all-stars too, Steve. They're not getting guarded like this. Maybe because the Lakers have more.
I don't know. I feel like options. LeBron, if he wanted to, would get double. LeBron's getting double teamed.
DiVincenzo gets blocked on a 3-ball. Lakers run out.
The Max Christie game.
They kick it out. Taurean Prince.
Oh my God!
Travels with the basketball. Good defense. You
couldn't do that the first day of basketball.
Yeah, it was a good closeout. He would have got blocked.
Yeah, well, take a pass or take a shot.
Good defense from Max Christie on DiVincenzo.
Wow, what a block!
Yep.
Shout out Chris Christie for his nephew.
The Lakers' defense on Brunson in this last 6 minutes is going to be fascinating. They're trapping him again. Josh Hart doesn't want to shoot.
Wide open.
Fade away.
Oh, that's in. No. They're literally letting him wide open. I don't know why he doesn't just shoot the ball. Can he not really shoot that 3 that well or what?
No, he's not a confident. Nah. It has to be wide open and in rhythm for him to feel like he can shoot it.
I like he was wide open.
He hesitated. Yeah. Good closeout. Torian Prince in the corner,
That's
3,
it.
splash, 4-point game. Under
Hundo.
6 to play.
What's crazy about this? I mean, we haven't talked about
Brunson
it.
drives,
Oh shit!
turns it over. And this could be the end of the streak for the Bockers. Oh, and the Lakers turn it right over.
Oh, you gotta
That's just a
catch that.
bad turnover. That you could really kind of just put this game out of stretch right there, and he's wide open for 3, and he
And
turns
he had
it.
the hot hand too. Darvin Ham just pulled his jersey down
We have a timeout.
in a weird move. I was gonna say, it's I don't know if you knew this. The Knicks are 18-5 at home, which you probably knew.
Yes, I did.
The Lakers are 8-17 on the road, which is kind of crazy how bad we've been on the road because we're kind of a veteran team. But it's like we've been so bad at the road. We basically only win when we get the crowd behind us. So I mean, I don't know if it's the MSG crowd or what, playing like just a recent rejuvenation, but we've been really bad on the road lately. So.
Yeah, I think it's a good matchup against the Knicks without our 2 most physical forwards for LeBron and AD. I mean, we don't have Julius Randle and OG Anunoby, so if you're going to win on the road and you're going to need crowd energy to get you excited, MSG is the place to get a W right now. Knicks are still playing hard. It's 5.5 left. The Lakers are just forcing any other Knick to beat them right now besides Jalen Brunson. It's not brain surgery. They're trapping him at the top of the key like this guy was literally like prime MJ, like where he's getting that type of treatment. And he should, based on the other players that are on the court for the Knicks, it really comes down to if Dante or Hart want to hit some open jumpers. Dante has 6 threes. My guy Justin needs 1 more 3 in the chat.
Let's go, Justin.
Let's go. We need that. But
Let's hope it's not for
Dante with 24 again.
Oh my God!
9 of 20 from the field. Not that
I
bad.
told he was gonna put up 20 shots.
I mean, he has to.
The
told you.
Lakers are wanting that.
Hart,
But I mean, if he's knocking them down, that's close to that's almost 50. 6 for 15 from 3 is kind of crazy.
It's crazy, but when you look at the rest of our roster, that's our bet.
That's actually not bad though.
No, it could be a lot worse based on how he's just hunting and sniping and shooting them right away.
And missing them, which is nice.
Yeah, some of them.
All right, next topic. All right, what do you think about the Warriors sucking? Because I personally like it.
So, if I'm being honest, and you're going to hate this because your Lakers are winning against the Knicks right now, but the Lakers and Warriors are in a similar path.
Yeah, I guess so. You're kind of right on that.
They are. Like, same thing. If I'm a Warriors fan, I'm saying, oh, if I have Steph Curry and Draymond and Clay in the playoffs, I have a chance.
I guess hear me out though on this, and I know whatever. The Lakers have won with many different iterations of their team. Different
That's
players,
true. That's
different
true.
dynasties.
That's true.
The Warriors, besides, I mean, if you're counting like the 60s and 70s, have only ever been relevant
true.
with this lineup, and they're fading out into darkness.
Yes.
And I love to see it. I hate Draymond personally. I like Clay. I respect Steph. I personally annoys me because I don't know. I feel like he personally annoys some people, mostly Kobe fans probably. But I'm just happy to see him out and done with, and I'm ready to see some kind of new blood taking over in the NBA.
I agree.
Even though I don't like the Nuggets. Like, I don't want the Nuggets to be the next dynasty.
Right now, like, I don't see if anybody's going to be a dynasty, maybe it would have to be Boston if they won right now. I don't see.
I don't even like Boston winning this year, honestly. You like Missoula leading the team?
I do. I do unless they get injuries. I just think they have the best team.
I hear you.
They're trapping Brunson again. Brunson does not want to give it up. He does. Josh Hart open for 3. No good. Whoa. Oh, big. Sims keeps it alive, and Reeves can't keep the ball.
That was a big play.
There's a couple of these plays in a row now where it's like if the Knicks are going to stay in this game, it has to happen soon because Torian Prince turnover in transition, no reason for it.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves basically almost has the ball in his lap.
You wonder why we're the ninth seed in the West.
Yeah, little things like that. That's coaching, you would say, right?
Yeah. The Hamburglar.
Yeah. The trap again. Brunson drives.
Oh.
Throws it out of bounds. They're trapping the shit out of Brunson. He doesn't know really what to do.
Honestly, though, I shit on Darvin Ham. but he's made a good adjustment in the second half, locking down Brunson because he hasn't been as dominant as he was in the first half.
They're making anybody else beat them. Like I said 2 minutes ago, like Brunson's getting trapped at the top of the key. The right basketball play every single time is for him to. Reeves is trying to draw fouls there. Like Dante is straight up.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of that's part of his game, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of the new age of basketball, to be honest with you.
And the Knicks got to find a way to get Brunson the ball outside of the top of the key.
The Lakers are challenging
Dante deep three, no
anyone
good.
else from the Knicks to score besides Brunson.
Achua rebound.
Oh, power play from Achua. They're really just saying, yo, if your name's not Jalen Brunson, we don't care about
Yeah.
you. Oh, LeBron.
Brunson.
Oh, that would have been sick.
That would have been crazy. He put it like 20 feet in the air.
Moonshot.
4 minutes left. Knicks struggling to get buckets now all of a sudden. Lakers clamping up. They're trapping Brunson. Bron looks like he wants to close it out here with a layup or an N1 or something. I've seen worse defense on LeBron James than I'm seeing out of the Knicks' fourth string big man Precious Achiuwa. It looked like Brunson just wanted to put one at Bron's eye there.
Yeah, he's one of the few people in the league older than me. So
Brunson, 12 of 25, 10 assists, 29 points, 3 turnovers. The guy's been amazing again. The Lakers, it's been more of a balanced act, and they have their full squad outside of Jared Vanderbilt, so you'd expect that. Lakers shooting 41% from 3, Knicks shooting 30% from 3. That's kind of the difference. It's a 4-point game, but you're also starting to see the tiredness, the tired legs. If you look at look at this minutes distribution here for the Knicks. Like, the starters are playing
Tibbs is going to play him.
Yeah, but we just also don't have any options. No Grimes, no Randall, no
I wonder why,
Anunoby.
Taj Gibson, Phi Kappa Psi brother of mine, has not entered the game yet. Total Tibbs guy.
He's going with Sims.
I mean...
Sims has just more energy, more athleticism. You're playing against Anthony Davis. Taj Gibson has nothing to give against Anthony
I put
Davis.
in Brother Taj, experienced veteran. He's going to know how to lock
Brother
down
Taj.
LeBron.
Of course, that's your brother. Now I know.
Yeah.
You're not going to ever talk bad about him on
No,
camera.
never. I'm a big fan of Taj Gibson, honestly.
Of course. Who isn't a big fan of Taj? Of course, nobody bigger than Tibbs. LeBron, top of the key, trying to close it out here. Side step 3.
Oh,
no
I thought
good.
that was in.
No good. And the Knicks will retain. Got to get a bucket soon. If I'm Tibbs, right, I would let McBride bring the ball up.
Yep. Deuce.
And put Brunson in the corner. Run something to get Brunson off the ball. Because it's easy to trap someone at the top of the key when he's dribbling it straight over the timeline.
Yo, I think I'm going to make a beer run. I will be right back.
Okay. What do you mean? Oh, you're going to... Dude, there's one right here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, no need to run. And also we have a secretary on staff who would be happy to grab you one.
I forgot our executive producer is in the house.
Our lead intern here.
This game's too intense. I'm liking it.
No, it's a good game. I think the Lakers are going to win this one. The Knicks haven't been able to get a bucket for a while.
I haven't thrown up on the stream yet.
That's good. Neither have I, and I've done plenty of them so far. Yeah. So you know what? You're 1 for 1. I'm trying to go 100 for 100 on those at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
Let's look at it. Austin Reeves has been all right. Everyone's been just all right for the Lakers. They played good defense. But really, when you look at it, they're guarding one guy.
Dante DiVincenzo?
A little bit. I mean, no, he's getting wide open looks. They're guarding Jalen Brunson.
Which is the Steve's key to the game in the beginning. AD getting the ball, dominating on defense and in offense. They've kind of contained him on offense. And how do we contain Jalen Brunson? Because he's unbelievable. He's an all-star. He's the best player on the team right now. He's literally carrying, I feel like, the team. Without Julius Randle right now. So
yeah. We definitely need Randle back if we want to be serious, though. That's no doubt about it. They give it back to Brunson. He drives. He's stripped and no call. Shocked. Brunson not complaining either. So good defense. Knicks haven't scored in 4 minutes. They do not deserve to win this game. If the Lakers lose this game, they should be ashamed of themselves. Knicks haven't scored in 4 minutes.
I'm fully expecting them to blow it.
No,
the Lakers.
Not. They will not. Bronson score here, or someone's going to score here, and it's going to be over. Reeves for 3, cash, and that's game.
Oh, it's game. Come on, bro. It's today's NBA. This game could be tied in 30 seconds, honestly.
The way they're playing defense, 3 minutes left. Knicks haven't been able to score in a while. Tibbs hasn't made any adjustments, and I mean, there's nobody you could bring in really when you look at the Knicks.
Dante.
Knicks just missing shots at the rim. Great defense from Anthony Davis all night. Wide open 3 for Taurean Prince. No good.
That might have sealed it.
That would have sealed the game. Made it a 10-point game with less than 2 minutes left. Stupid fouls from the Lakers there.
Yeah, bad foul. But that was a big play. They wanted to get that turnover there.
Definitely want to get the turnover, but the Knicks haven't scored in 5 minutes. You're up 7 points. Let's not give them anything, easy or cheap 50 feet away from the basket. So, from a Knicks perspective, what do we learn tonight if we lose this game the way it looks? We definitely need to add another shooter. Precious Achiuwa wide open for 3, no good. Hartenstein back tap. Brunson gets the rebound, gives it to Precious. Precious over AD, no good. AD has dominated inside on defense. Not on offense, but on defense.
And it's not really showing up in the box score, but he's
got a lot of rebounds,
his
definitely.
Presence is there, and he's disrupting shots.
He definitely has a lot of rebounds. The Knicks are thinking twice before they shoot floaters.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, the Knicks are extremely undermanned. They're playing against a full-strength Laker team on ABC. LeBron fadeaway, and that should just about do it. 1:54 remaining. Knicks will call timeout. The win streak comes to an end. The Knicks need to get healthy again and probably need to make a trade. But it was a good win streak. I still appreciate the effort. The shots just weren't falling. Anthony Davis is an elite rim protector, and you saw that tonight. But they had to adjust their defensive strategy, or they could have lost this game. They had to start trapping Jalen Brunson and getting the ball out of his hands. And nobody else can make a shot. I mean, Precious wide open in the corner. Who else would you put in, though, for Precious? Like, there's really nobody on the roster. You're not going to start putting in Evan Fournier or Jacob Toppin or Taj Gibson, like you mentioned.
I don't know.
Or Arcidiacono. Like, if you look, this guy's name is Charlie Brown. Literally, it is. So, I'm just saying, without OG, without Randall, without Grimes, you're not going to make as many threes as you usually do.
I would not put in Charlie Brown.
Who knows? If he can make a 3, I might put him in at this point. Because the Lakers have decided to just trap Jalen Brunson at half court, make him get the ball out of his hands, and as soon as he gets rid of it, everyone else in the Knicks, we have 4 defensive rebounding type players out there, maybe DiVincenzo, who's, if it wasn't for DiVincenzo, at least being a sniper, taking shots, running around, hustling, this game would have been over a long time ago. I mean, how does McBride only get 18 minutes tonight so far? Brunson for 3, no good. Hartenstein, can't get the board, and that'll be it. 1:45 remaining. Knicks should not foul. Good defense from Hartenstein as the Lakers and LeBron tries to improve the scoreline tomorrow for the box score.
There's no reason. Presence,
can I ask you this?
Hartenstein's been crushing it on defense.
Yes, he has.
Ask me ways, brother.
Why did LeBron go fast there?
I don't know. Probably because he knows he's already got the game won.
Exactly, but that's not really.
He's also 39.
Exactly, this is what he should have done right away. That's good defense.
That was off the backboard.
They're guarding Jalen Brunson like this man is the inventor of basketball. The Knicks need to find a way to get someone else who could spell Jalen Brunson.
I haven't seen anything guarded this tight since the gold at Fort Knox.
Literally, no. I'm not just saying that because it's a Knicks stream, and I'm a Knicks fan. Name someone that you know that's like getting guarded this intently as a guard.
I don't know.
Like
maybe
Luka is like 6'6".
Yeah, Luka honestly has been on a tear. I mean, I know he's technically a guard.
Brunson has been cold since they started trapping him.
Luka has been unreal this season, and I mean, I don't know if he's eligible for the games.
The Mavs could have had both. The Knicks didn't score for the last 6.5 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
So good job by the Lakers, but the Knicks undermanned, run out of gas. Great defensive performance. I'll give there's the AD3. No good. Somebody needed an AD3 in the chat earlier.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I mean, you hate.
Oh, he scored!
Oh, Dante.
Dante adds one late. It's not
you
like the Lakers are running away with it either.
Yeah, dude. So you guys have had a hot January. Maybe it'll be a cool February. I mean, we'll have to see how the weather plays in New York.
I don't think it'll matter about the weather.
I think, to be honest, it's not really indicative of how good these teams are. The Knicks are injured right now. The Lakers are really only missing Vanderbilt, and
the trade deadline is this week.
The ghost of Gabe Vincent. So I wouldn't be too overly concerned. I think the Knicks are still one of the top teams in the East and are just a little banged up right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, you obviously wished, as a Knicks fan, that Saturday night against the Lakers, that Brunson would have had 50 tonight. Darvin Ham did the right thing. He double-teamed Brunson. He made sure, hey, if Josh Hart somehow could have hit 4 or 5 threes tonight, the Knicks could have won. If Hartenstein could have made some of these chest-to-chest shots against Anthony Davis, the Knicks could have won. But it is what it is. Don't have enough shot makers or ball handlers without Anunoby and Randall. And I think there's another trade coming for both these teams anyway. So there's no reason to jump out of a bridge either way. It's a competitive ball game, good defensive game, which I like to see nowadays because it's so refreshing if you watch enough NBA.
It's all offense.
Yeah, I want to see missed shots sometimes in the NBA because it means guys are getting into each other, guys are playing physical, getting competitive.
Coaches are drawing up defensive schemes and not just letting teams.
Like Darvin Ham, just like a lot of teams would have just let Jalen Brunson do what he did in the first half tonight. Brunson missed a lot of shots in the second half, but that's kind of because he started to force. Nobody else can make a shot. Josh Hart, 5 of 16. It's never good when Josh Hart's taking 16 shots anyway. That's not his game, but he kind of had to tonight. And the Knicks are going to come up with empty-handed tonight. Why are they fouling down set? I hate this.
Welcome to Tibbs, baby.
It's not just Tibbs. It's NBA. It's like it has to be like a 10-point game. Oh, they had a foul. They had a foul to give. So Tibbs is definitely continuously smarter than me. Foul to give.
It's all good. I think he's been in the game a bit longer than you have, buddy.
Just a bit. He looks like Colin Farrell's version of the Penguin. Any more topics? Any more fun topics you want to rattle off here?
Man, we pretty much hit them off. I feel like I could talk about hockey. I don't know how much fun that would be for you.
I'm banning hockey. I'm banning hockey from the channel. We'll never talk hockey on this channel.
I will say one selfish plug. Goose has a big announcement coming out this week, so we're looking to see what that will be. 2-6, maybe a new album, maybe a new drummer. We'll see.
All right, so you Goose fans out there, just be on the lookout for that. That's big.
That's the only other fun topic I had. I pretty much ran through my whole listing, which is pretty crazy.
McCreary, absolutely. If I'm giving you a grade, I would give you a 9.4 out of 10.
Nice.
Just because I don't want to give you a 9.9 and it'll all go to your head.
I gotta get a little better, honestly.
You don't want to make anyone think that they're the best.
Everyone could do a little bit better.
And also, it would just sound inauthentic if I said I gave you a 9.9.
Yeah,
so.
all right. I appreciate the ranking.
No problem. Good job by the Lake Show. We got 16.2 seconds remaining. Knicks still continue to foul. I don't like it, but they're continuing to fight, and that's all you asked for. It's tied for our longest win streak since 2013. Not going to hear me complain about it. I think we beat the Lakers by a good 20 points with Julius Randle and OG Anunoby. That's just my opinion. You can say that's salty grapes, but we'll never have to find out because guess what? The Lakers and Knicks will not play each other unless they have to play each other in the NBA championship this year. So
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, we'll see you in the championship. All of a sudden, Brunson gets an N1 at the end of the game, and he's going to get his 30 points. Brunson was going to get to his 30, whether he liked it or
the
not.
bettors are ecstatic right
33. Oh, my
now. Do you think he had money on the 30?
No, I think he... honestly, at this point, you should probably just dribble it out, right? You're down
Or Tibbs
6.
probably had money on the over. I don't even know what the over is at this point.
the
I feel
over-
like they're probably didn't hit it. 102, 109. It's a pretty low scoring game in the NBA these days.
That's very low scoring in the NBA these days, but it was kind of similar to the other night. The Knicks beat the Pacers 109-105. They clearly need another scorer. If OG is going to be out for an extended period of time, or if Randall is going to be out longer than what they're intending to, then a trade absolutely, one, if not two, trades need to happen for guys who can just score, hit shots. Because I think the Knicks, all right, maybe if we had Randall and Anunoby tonight, we win. But just Josh Hart, like the game like tonight, if he's your number three scorer on the floor, you're in trouble. Because the Lakers are getting the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hands, and Josh Hart standing there waiting to kick it back out to Jalen Brunson is not the move. Good job by Darvin Ham. Good job by Anthony Davis defensively. I thought Anthony Davis's defense was the key factor in this game.
Yeah, no doubt. 18 rebounds, too. That's kind of crazy.
18 rebounds is legit. Hartenstein has...
Double teamed on 30 plays. I don't even know how that adds up to anything.
I don't know.
That's crazy stat.
It seems like the entire second half.
I want to know how many times he was triple teamed.
I mean, Hartenstein had 15 boards, 6 offensive rebounds. Anthony Davis, 16 defensive rebounds, 18 total. I thought they kind of matched each other. AD only had 8 points. Hartenstein had 6. So him and Hart...
That's what I was saying.
Wait, you said like mano. You kind of went at me for that.
Yeah, but I was saying...
And then we look at it, it's like... Hey.
Hartenstein, though, is putting up defense, and AD was not scoring. But, I mean, come on. Hartenstein's not putting up the same level of fear of God when people enter the paint as AD.
Well, because Anthony Davis has done it for 10 years.
Hartenstein had a great defensive matchup. That's why AD didn't even have 10 points. So
well, he's about to get it now. He just got fouled.
We'll see.
He'll get at least 9 or 10. But yeah, good game. ABC. It wasn't great from a Knicks perspective, obviously, because they didn't get the win. But just 3-point shooting, 29% from 3. You're not going to win a ton of games in the NBA for 29% from 3. Brunson, 1 of 6 from 3. And it's mainly because he's getting guarded 40 feet away from the rim. But that's what happens when you're this level of player and you garner this much of attention. He still finishes 14 of 30 from the field, despite being doubled for the entire second half.
I mean, he was a beast.
He also had 10. He also had 10 assists, and he's going to the basket, getting some garbage time.
Yeah, garbage time buckets.
Yeah,
Tibbs is proud.
We'll take the points. Somebody had Brunson 35 plus, and he just got 36 with that layup.
Wow, somebody just cashed in.
Yeah, so that's big.
Shout out to you, gamblers.
Shout out to all you gamblers out there, which is way too popular. Tibbs is making this last 20 seconds last forever. I guess he's trying to show to the fans that we'll never give up. But you know what? At Mikey Hot Takes, we will give up when time is right. The game is over. I hope you guys had a good night. You know what? We're going to do another Knick game this week, probably during the week, so stay tuned to the channel. Hit subscribe. If you're just here for Butters, if you're just here for McCreary, he killed it. Round of applause for him. But still, we appreciate that subscribe button. We do Knick games. We do Giant games. We'll do some videos from here or there. We'll do a Met game from time to time. Who knows? Brunson was 32.5, but I think someone took him 35 plus, Kelly, as like an alternate point spread or something like that in the chat earlier. Anyway, it was a great stream. Shout out to McCreary. I appreciate it. High five. Appreciate it. And until next time, peace.